I knew it, Wonder.
Hello, it has been way too long. I only get to play once every 2 weeks, so these games take way too long. We have more people who will hopefully show up sometime soon for the game. They said they were on their way. But that's okay because we have the two people who got arrested last session, and it would be absolutely fantastic to handle, your criminal case while there's no one else around to actually deal with that. So,
When are they coming, though? I'm
uh,
innocent.
yeah, try saying that again, Snake Man.
Please drinks that.
You know what? Let's actually start off with Ish. You are being kept in a cell that is mostly below ground, but there is like a small window that lets some light and air through. Your hands are manacled in such a way that you can't cast spells using somatic components, and there's a couple of guards nearby, but you also have a magistrate who's been asking you certain questions, like, for example, why did you attack this person? Are you the lead? Are you the lead element of a Yuan-Ti invasion force? Why should we just not kill you and be done with it?
All right.
This is where you defend yourself.
Okay, slowly. So, first question. Why did I attack that dragon? Well, my efforts were to convince him to join our cause, to stop a devil who wants to create a new hell and thus creating further chaos than giant elemental titans produce in this world. And I thought he would have been a good addition to our cause. Nevertheless, he preferred to just collect money, and I was very insistent on it.
Make a deception roll.
We need these good rolls. You can do it.
Oh yes, but I know how good it's gonna be.
Okay, that's not bad. He makes a note. And are you not actually just here as a Yuan-Ti spy ready to invade us?
No, no. This is and I'm like manacling, like showing my face and my skills and everything. This is an unfortunate event of my life that I would like to not remind myself I have. Right, this was forced on me. I am not. Well, my guys says otherwise. I am not essentially a Yuan-Ti. I do not worship, sacrifice, thirst for that kind of power and followers and that stuff. I am not one of them, despite my appearance.
Okay, does that need to be a persuasion or a deception check?
Well, I'm not trying to see them. This is actually true.
Well, right up until the point when you
not.
say you're not seeking followers, because that was the whole reason for your attack. All right,
Okay.
I'll let you make a persuasion check.
Okay, I'll accept either one.
We'll go with persuasion since you're mostly telling the truth. Okay. All right. He makes some more notes. And let me. Okay. It says, we'll be back to deal with you later. And he will go off. The guards are not going to just stand by your cell. They're going to, they're not leaving the area, but they just go to stand by the main entrance. So they're not just sitting there watching you the whole time.
All right. As he gets up, I'm gonna be like, "Pardon me. Would you allow me questions of my own?"
And he'll turn and say, "What questions do you have?"
Well, as I said, this appearance of mine is a very curious predicament and something that has been forced on me through a lot of lack of luck. shall we call it? If at all possible, I do repent for the crimes I have committed, but this is a prison in which I am held upon. And it is very hard for me, by my own abilities, to escape said prison. Is it in any way possible for asking aid through any connections you and my judges might have, and I can relinquish some of the information that I know? As you well pointed out, I am Yuan T, but as I pointed out, I'm not Yuan T. I'm willing to exchange information for aid in my current predicament.
Sir, you come into our city, attack one of our citizens, someone who actually aids in law enforcement, and then you have the gall to ask us to aid you in your personal problems. And with that, he turns and walks away.
All right, just think about it.
Where am I in a different cell then?
You are, and actually we're going to jump to you now. You are in a cell that has no access to natural light. So you assume you're, a couple stories below ground. And as you start to wake up, you don't see guards standing there. You see, you see a man in fine robes, covered in scales, and beside him is a smaller person in a robe with a high collar and a big round hat. And Odo just sort of smiles at you with all his fangs showing. Well, 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 little kitten. It seems I finally caught you.
John just giving him a death glare, just not even caring at this point.
And he just reaches into his robe and he pulls out the medallion and holds it in front of you. Did you really think you were going to be able to hide this from me forever?
Kind of looks him up and down, just still not caring. With whatever manacles he's got on, he's just sitting there.
Okay.
Like,
Odo just sort of smiles at you and puts the medallion away. As you should know by now, everything belongs to me. It's only a matter of time. And the little guy next to him says in a sort of a higher, pitched voice, like, perhaps we should take this out of his flesh. He would actually make an excellent throw rug, don't you think, sir? Odo just sort of looks at him, grinning wider, and says, No, I believe that we will let him work his way out through the pits. If he can survive that, maybe he will have a little bit more respect for his betters. And with that, he will turn and he will walk away.
John mutters under his breath, I've never had respect for you. Never will. He just mutters that.
And yet, he seems to hear you as he says, and that is why you are the last of your clan. Be grateful I leave even that much of you intact. No one beats me, little kitten. No one. And he in an almost contemptuous manner, flicks a hand, and all the torches go out, leaving you in darkness.
I got dark vision, so I can see. Ha! Right? Don't.
Do you have dark vision?
I think I should. I'm not too sure. I would expect I would.
Well, double check, but
Perception.
either way, you're still locked up. So, while everyone else is logging in, we will go ahead and go to the beginning of the next day. Ish, guards finally do show up, and they will unlock your cage, your cell, and they'll say you are to be banished from the city. They throw a handful of your mundane items back to you and say, if we ever see you or another Yuan-Ti within these walls again, you will be executed on sight. Do I make myself clear?
The guards told me this?
Yes.
Not the magister?
No, the guards are telling you. You're not worth magistrate's time a second time around.
Fair enough. Yeah, I did some crappy rolls. Alright, boys.
Hey, you got out alive.
Yeah, I was hoping for a little bit more.
Yeah, apparently, you know, when you're a criminal, they don't really care about your tragic backstory.
Makes sense.
They're not an important NPC. They'll never care. They'll never know the.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, just because you guys are high-level characters, you didn't really make a good presentation when they caught you, seeing as how you were running from the guard.
To be honest, I also did some crappy rolls. So.
Yes.
I think the second one was really crappy.
Yeah. The 11 wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible. It was just enough that they believe you, they just don't care.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, you did attack someone. So they are bringing you out, and they're going to march you to the city gates. It is a very overcast day. There's already a hard rain coming down.
All right. I will grab my mundane belongings and go out into the outcast. Right. At any point when they, I suppose that the guards escort me out of the city, right?
Yes.
At any point, do I see Yanja?
No, you do not.
Do I see Trevor at any point?
We're going to have to wait for Trevor to actually be fully online, because I don't want to say where he is at this particular moment, because he might have other ideas of where he is. But it's going to take them, you know, a good 20 minutes to bring you from the cell to the gates. And like I said, they're really unhappy they have to walk in a rainstorm. I will let you make a perception check to see what you do see.
All right. It's like they start getting worse and worse the more I roll.
Yeah, because the rain is just coming down heavier and heavier. So you can't even see that far ahead of you. So it's actually, it's going to slow down the walking even more. It's going to take them it's going to take them over half an hour to get you safely to the front gates of the city. And that just makes them even more miserable, because they're in their armor. I mean, you're in like your hooded cloak or whatever, and it's probably at least a little bit prepared for, you know, travel and a little bit more water resistant. They're just cold and miserable and thinking to themselves they should just, you know, stab you in the back as you attempt to run away because you're making them miserable.
No, as I keep walking, I just give them an anecdote of one of my one of my guides through the forest of Chult when this happened. You know, once I was guiding a small troop of merchants through the rainforest of Chult, and it was like a rain similar to this one, and I just do it just to annoy the shit out of them.
Okay, make whatever role you feel is appropriate for annoying them. I mean, it feels like his charisma. Yeah, okay, performance would be good.
I am not a bard, so this is gonna go horrible.
It's gonna go great.
Oh,
an 8. I feel like that's better for annoying them, though, because your story is one of those meandering ones that doesn't go anywhere. You know, it. In fact, you just seem to keep like, oh wait a minute, no, that was the other time. Let me back up and try again.
Yes.
And so yes, you succeed in pissing these two off.
Yes. Mission accomplished.
Yeah.
Stop guards in the city.
Now enthrall them, and then get put back into jail again.
But that's
that
when
would be hilarious.
Yeah, that would almost be accurate for the way you seem to play the game. But I'm just going to say, at this point, there's a sudden gust of wind and a loud crack of thunder. I need you to make a strength save, please.
Oh.
Remaining? What?
Okay.
All right, I'm pulling something up,
okay.
So let me know what you rolled.
Sure.
Oh!
Okay.
Wow.
There's a 0 count.
Yes, a 0 counts.
Just bad luck. You're fine.
Yeah.
Well, I got a -1. So
yeah, I know.
It's a natural one.
That's why it's just so funny to me as I'm pulling up this the stats for, you know, what I need here. Ah, there it is.
I'm just so enthralled and confused in my own story I was telling. Didn't pay any attention.
Yeah. Well, let me see what the guards got right quick. Okay. So, there's a sudden just screaming gale force of wind. You are picked up and thrown into a wall. You're going to take some damage from that hit.
I would imagine so.
Yeah. Let me find the right dice because I can work this a little bit slower while we're waiting for other people to log in and, you know, the game to get...
This is before getting to the gate or passing the gate? Or...
This is before you even get to the gate. The storm just basically comes out of nowhere. Well, I mean, it's been on its way for a little while, I suppose. You're going to take 23 points of bludgeoning damage as you're thrown into a wall. And one of the guards is thrown with you. And suddenly they care about this huge storm that just hit. And as you look up, you see these rolling clouds. And just a minute, I'm going to try to send you a photo of an image of what you're seeing. Let me try to drop this into chat. Or, wait a minute. No, better yet, let me just do a screen share. Because that way I can show it to everybody watching at the same time.
All right.
So.
As I impact the wall with the guard, I'm like, you okay, Jerry?
Let's see how much. Yeah, he's probably a little bit dazed because you look up and you see. All right. Well. Okay. Sorry. I was like, oh, I'm going to do this really smooth light, but nope, it's making me. Okay, you see this. It is in the clouds, swirling around.
I had the feeling that's what it was.
Yeah.
No.
All right. Oh, hey, I can. This will let me like keep these things up on the screen. That's nice.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I've got another way I can actually like show a little bit more of the screen to everybody. That's cool, but I'm going to turn that back off for right now. As soon as I get my mouse to work. Yes, I'm totally. I'm totally good at everything I do here, running this game. We don't need an extra person to.
My hands are still manacled, right?
At the moment, yes, but. Okay. I'm going to say that with that though, I think you make a dexterity check as your manacles, take some damage.
All right. A check.
Yeah. This isn't a save, it's just a check.
Okay, good. If it started going into negatives, I would have been like, what?
Okay. Your manacles are starting to crack, and you find you're able to slip out of them as the guards are now, the one who's still awake anyway, is a bit more interested in the fact that there's suddenly a huge hurricane and bearing down on them, and everyone is starting to panic as they see that thing that is flying around in the sky. Trevor, let me know when you're officially online, because I see you dropping in. I know you were still eating, so no rush.
So I can see that, right?
Yeah, it's clearly there.
Okay, I'm gonna be like, why does it always have to be snakes? Always snakes.
You hate snakes, but you are a snake. How do you deal with this?
Well, I'm starting to get very annoyed by them at this point.
How do you deal with the guilt?
I just zap something.
Alright. I had jelly. I got KFC. It was good. I'm still eating it.
Okay, sorry. My mouse decided to pick now to just completely, glitch up on me. And
have a moment.
So, yeah. That's happening. There's, just outright huge storm. Lightning is cracking. And this is about 9 miles around the center of this Elder Tempest, as buildings are literally starting to crack under the storm. Lightning is crashing down. Ish, no one really cares about you at the moment.
I would guess not.
That means you're free to do what you want.
Oh, this is such a predicament. But sure. I'm gonna use once more Shadow of Shadows and turn myself invisible.
Okay.
And head to the nearest cover.
Okay.
So I don't get zapped into a wall.
Yeah. Make another dexterity check for me. A dexterity save for me. Okay. I'm going to say that this time, because it's not as directed, you're not moving very fast. In fact, you're going to have to go, you're going to have to walk sort of slow through all of this. But people are having to run. People are panicking because that's what they do. And you see some of those hippo men, the gift that saved you from drowning, and then held you for the guards. They're just sort of walking by. They're relatively calm. They're carrying barrels, going hut, hut, hut. Yeah, they don't seem to mind the storm as much, but you hear the leader like, "Come along, everyone. We must get back to the ship before things get too bad out." But the local guards are, trying to stop people from dying. Are you just going to run for cover and that's it?
Yeah, I'm gonna make a mental note like, I should send a reward to those 2 gifts that saved my ass. And head to cover.
Okay.
Can I cut in real quick? Make sure you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Well, in that case, Trevor, we're going to roll back just a little bit to where you were after your talk with the bard, and you were getting ready to settle in for the night after the other two chuckleheads didn't return. So it's the next day.
I wasn't worried.
Yeah, for you, it's the next day. I figure you probably bunked in the barracks because being a former soldier, that seems like something you probably have worked out with them, so you don't have to pay for lodging.
I think I can do that as a soldier, so yeah.
Yeah, that's what I figured. So, yeah, you're up at the start of the day as the storm is oncoming. And I want you to give me a perception check, please. Okay. You actually notice that there are a couple of Tempest clerics from one of the local temples that are actively trying to keep this storm under control, and this is when it's already pouring down raining. So that's probably your first sign that, things are getting bad. And since you were also at the barracks, I figure it's probably not hard at all for you to see a couple of the guards who are force marching-ish in manacles away, but you don't see any sign of Janja. And I'll let you pick what you want to do from here, and then we will jump into what was happening when we last left Ish.
Okay. The two clerics, I'll cast a quick bless on them to help them.
Okay.
When I see Ish, I will probably do a double take and just be like, oh, God.
Yeah, he's in manacles, and he's clearly being, like the guards are keeping their spears pointed towards him, making him walk. He's just babbling, telling this obnoxious story that doesn't seem to go anywhere. I mean, it's worse than Michael telling a story.
Oh, boy. Okay. I will walk up to the group and just be like, what did my friend do?
And that's about the time I need you to make a dexterity save as the wind picks up.
Nope.
Okay, so Janja is thrown one way. You were thrown another way.
Wait, what?
Not Janja, Ish. Janja is probably the safest person there is held below ground.
So is Janja still unconscious and visible underground somewhere?
Well, not unconscious, but definitely held in an underground cell, and is probably one of the safest people right now because, of a storm. I'm trying to find the other die I need. We'll just go with this one. So, Trevor, you're going to take 27 points of bludgeoning damage as you get thrown into another wall. And that's when you look up and you see that roiling, serpentine form in the clouds. And that's probably about the point when you realize this is not a natural storm.
Oh, crap.
Do I have any idea what it is?
I'll let you make an intelligence check.
That's funny. You're funny.
You don't have a negative to it. See? You even have a plus to it. So, yeah, you're pretty sure that this is a giant elemental creature. And it is definitely bringing on this 9-mile wide storm around it. And it's also going to do a lot of damage to the town before it's over. Because the buildings themselves... So you're sort of lying there, walls are like the wall that just you slammed into. I figure you probably went through the wall because you're armored heavily. So a moment later, yeah. So I figure, as you're sort of coming to or, standing up, coming out, you step out of the wall. Someone puts a pastry in your hand as they're walking by.
Hello. Do you need a pastry today?
It's pouring rain.
Everyone likes pastries.
Can I just facepalm? Use the facepalm action that everybody gets. Can I just use that?
Yeah, I mean, if you turn your camera on, we can even see you doing it. I do it all the time.
I just do it all. But I'm eating. I don't think you want to see me eat. So.
The thing handing the pastry over is about 7 feet tall, covered in reticulated iron plating, and has a small hatch on the left and right breast of its chest. The left one is open and is marked with a clear green outline, and there's a small tray of pastries that are just sitting on top of it.
I thought you were Michael, and that's my favorite.
I'm
so sorry.
Thanks. Hey, I will say thank you, and then can I try to cast banishment on the thing?
Sure.
That seems awfully offensive to me.
No, not the thing. The thing in the sky.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
you need.
I understood fully. That seems awfully offensive to me.
I'm going to say that you need to be a lot closer. This thing is way up in the sky. You can only reach 60 feet.
Oh shit! It does have a range. Okay.
Yes.
I have a Pegasus.
Yeah. Do you?
I will use. I think it's a bonus action to summon her, so I will do that.
Okay. Since we're not fully into like initiative, and I don't think with a creature like this, and Ish made the choice to run away, you can go ahead and try to get up there to it. Because
I would like to
didn't
try.
run away. I'm in hiding.
Same
so
difference.
I don't get battered against a wall.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I thought you got thrown into a wall and you're just like stayed there.
I'm trying to find cover.
Yeah. Which is fair. I'm going to say like this is probably, a good ways up in the air, so it's going to take you a couple of rounds to get to it. And as that is happening, though, that means that, well, first off, you're only moving at half speed because of the storm. Even flying, it's actually really hard to fly in this wind.
That's fine.
So that means that it can also start to target you with lightning strikes. Make a dexterity save for me, please.
Okay, since I'm on my Pegasus, do I need to do that, or do I need to use her stats?
I'm going to say use her stats.
Okay, I need to bring up a Pegasus. Hold on.
Because I need to find some dice.
No, you're Tiberius. Where's Tiberius in all this?
I hope to God he's in his little hidey hole, or that little cat thing is gone.
Yeah, I'm going to say he's smart enough not to be out in a storm like this.
Prodigies.
Animal instinct and all. They know when to get clear.
Oh yeah. Like 10 seconds before it actually has.
No, they just
Roll
don't come
pretty
out in a
good.
storm. Okay, what'd you roll?
She rolled a 21.
Okay, that is enough to avoid the direct hit, so you will only take half of the damage. Let me see what that's going to be. You're still going to take 19 points of lightning damage as the lightning bolts start flying at you.
Okay.
If you have any sort of long range attack, you're welcome to throw that in. I'm going to say this thing's probably about 90 feet above the city.
Okay. So I do have a question.
Yeah.
She can fly at 90 feet. What would be half of that?
That
Like
would be
40?
45.
Okay.
So it's going to take you another round to get up there. And
Okay.
but its wind attacks can't quite hit you, so you'll be able to get within range to attempt to banish it.
Okay, I will do that.
Okay. And it needs
And
to
I
make...
took 19 points of damage?
Yes. Okay, and what does it need to roll to beat that?
They need to roll a charisma saving throw. And 18.
Okay. So, all right. It's going to use a legendary action to. Let's see. Yeah, it's going to choose to succeed. Because it has legendary actions. And there are a few people who are trying to shoot cannons at it also. I'm going to say you could probably notice that because let's see how well some of these cannonballs are flying. Okay. Because of the wind, cannonballs go flying near you, but don't quite hit you. But they're definitely being blown off course. And, well, I figure you're too far away to actually hear anybody who is saying anything. But if you look, you probably see those hippo men are doing their darndest to point the cannons in your general direction.
At me?
Well, not you, but at
Okay.
the thing. The big thing flying around.
Okay.
Janja, you probably can hear the storm, and for once you're probably thinking, hey, I'm glad I'm, a couple stories underground right about now.
Yeah, you'll turn that around. So... Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. Being trapped underground long term probably isn't a good thing. Does anybody else have anything that they want to attempt to do while this thing literally blows half the town down?
Okay, I'm going to remove my invisibility. I'm going to look at it, and I'm like, okay, if we had that on our side, we could take down Donovar. And I'm like, yeah, better not. And I will throw 3 Eldritch Blasts at it.
Okay, make those at disadvantage because of the wind.
I would like to try. I want to go up to the gate to my cell and see if there's anybody else in this area.
Okay, let's do Ish's attacks first.
Strictly guards.
Yeah, let me double check this thing's AC. So, yeah, 2 of those will hit. Roll damage on the last 2 there.
Sorry, I clicked on the one with the crit, but it was
that's fine.
6 and a 9.
Yeah, we'll just take those. Let me pull up. So, okay, 15. Janja, I'm going to say that no, all the guards have been called away to deal with, the crisis. You are basically in there alone right now.
Do I see any other prisoners?
No, you're in there alone right now.
I am completely alone.
Yes, completely alone. That is what alone means. There's no trick to that word.
I'm thinking, should
Prize, do you have anything you want to do? Okay, then we are going to go back to Trevor, because no one else is talking.
Oh, I will try and just punch this door open.
You're chained to a wall, so that's...
Break the chains.
Okay. Roll to break chains.
Right. Check? Or check?
This would be strength, because you're trying to break them.
Oh.
All right, I'm just... Real quick, I will pull up what average chains might be. Because I know there is actually a stat for object AC.
20, I think. But I think it was a deck. Maybe a dex, I don't know. Maybe that's just picking. Might have been strength. Not too sure.
I'm going to say, what did you roll again? 12? No, that's not going to be enough to break the chains.
Is it starting to fill up with water?
Well, no, because there's no cracks in the building. It was a good building. You're not going to drown.
Can we say I didn't do that strength check? Because if it's gonna start to rain and
Well,
flood,
no, you did the strength check, but there's no cracks in the wall, so you're fine. This isn't a cheap county jail. This is a major facility, and you are in one of the most secure buildings they have. So your weak punch didn't make you drown. Trevor, you are still flying around the Elder Tempest.
Okay. I am. Since banish didn't work, I am going. This probably isn't gonna fucking work either. I will try to cast fairy fire on it and then go back down closer to the ground.
Okay.
Because these cannons are a bad idea to be in the air.
Okay. What does it need to roll for fairy fire, or is that an attack based?
It's dex saving throw, I believe.
Dex.
Okay. I mean, what does it save need to be?
18.
Okay. It got a 23. So yeah, that didn't work. And you're just going to fly away now?
Yeah, I'm gonna get out of the way of the cannons and go back down to where.
Okay. Well, the cannons
people
probably
are
aren't going to
big
hit
hours.
you because this thing is, this creature is gargantuan. It's a big target. It's just that it's hard to hit. So the cannonballs, that was just flavor for me. If you want to stay there and try to fight it, physically, you can get close enough for that. But once you're closer to it, it can hit back at you. So I want to warn you of that before you move in to fight it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm still gonna go back down to where I was.
Okay. In that case, it's just going to use one of its legendary actions to try to hit you with a lightning bolt. Make a dexterity save for me.
I also saw that I just used her dex modifier, not the actual save, so it'll be a +4 instead of a 2.
Okay, can you tell me what that is? Because I'm looking at its stats.
I have it on D&D Beyond.
Okay, well, I mean, just tell me what you rolled is what I'm saying. Because I'm not looking at Roll20 right now.
21 again.
Okay, 21. Then yes, you will avoid the lightning. You'll only take 8 points of lightning damage this time. And it is just going to, well, it won't, stupid mouse is clogged up and, okay, yeah, it can't make any other major attacks, so it's just going to keep, wailing on the city. Does anyone else have anything that they want to do this round?
Do I actually see anywhere that I could get within 60 feet of it?
Not unless you have an ability to. I mean, you'd actually have to climb up onto a taller building or something. Without the ability to fly, it's going to be slightly out of your reach.
I would be fine with going up onto a building or something.
Okay.
Just so I can get 60 feet.
Yeah, in that case, we'll say that you've been using your rounds to try to get up somewhere where you can launch some attacks. So, we'll say if you climb up go to the top of the barracks, or the jail cell. Barracks, they probably keep the prisoners underneath the barracks, so same building. You'll be able to get up there, and you can get within 60 feet of it.
I think that I'm actually going to follow the excellent idea that Trevor had, and I will banish it.
Okay, so it needs to make a
18 wisdom.
Okay, wisdom or charisma?
Oh, charisma.
Okay, it made a 23.
Here I was coming back down to get you.
All right.
Well, that is unfortunate.
Okay, does anybody want to do anything else?
No.
Okay. Ish, you're
It's
not.
just like throwing like
Okay. In that case, it's going to get to do another Screaming Gale this time. I need the people to please make a dexterity save.
Everybody?
Everybody but Janja.
Okay.
And anyone who made lower than a 21 is going to take 22 points of thunder damage and be thrown in 60 feet.
I forgot I had that extra +5 because I'm a dope ass paladin, so 19.
Okay.
But I'm still thrown, aren't I?
Yeah. Everything below a 21 was thrown.
Shit, hold on. That needs to be her. Hana just used that roll.
Okay, I'm going to pretend those words made sense.
I rolled for me, not the damn Pegasus.
I'm okay
want to
with-
use that roll for her?
Go ahead and keep the roll that you've already made this round because
Yeah, okay.
that's easier on us all.
So
Okay.
are we falling? That's all I need to know.
No, you're not falling. I'm going to say that she doesn't lose her ability to fly. She just, gets thrown a few feet further. So
Okay.
you can turn around and re-attack if you choose to.
Can I attempt a guiding bolt?
Sure.
I would do it at level 1.
Okay. Roll it. Attack.
29.
Okay. Yeah, that hits.
Oh, fuck that. I got a 29.
All right. So how much
Oh,
damage is
okay.
that? Okay.
14, and the next attack has advantage.
All right. Good deal. Okay. Janja, did you want to try to break out again?
No, I didn't mean to break out the first time because I thought it was starting to fill up with water, so that's why.
Oh, okay. I mean, maybe after a couple more hits, but no, like I said, you're far enough below ground. You're not going to drown. You can stay there safely through the whole fight if you choose.
Yeah.
Prize, do you want to do anything?
So did I get thrown off of the building then?
I'm going to say... We're going to say that this time you didn't get thrown off the building, but if that happens again, you probably will be. You can, move to the center of the building and, try not to get thrown completely off.
I'm checking how a spell works. Go 1 second.
Yeah. I will say that when I rolled up this event, I was sort of hoping that more people with, flying abilities would be there. But this is also a freaking force of nature. You are welcome to save yourselves and go into hiding until it goes by. This isn't you never have to stay and fight to the death. You just choose to.
Hello, I'm a paladin.
I know, but you don't have to die facing something that is 10 times stronger than you if you don't think you can beat it. Because...
Has anybody even hit it yet, just out of curiosity? Has a cannonball gone anywhere near it?
Oh, that would be a good thing for me to check.
I hit it with a few Eldritch Blasts, but
Yep,
it probably
that's-
has like a gazillion hit points.
Well, apparently it has fucking legendary action, so...
And resistance.
I'm going to say a couple of cannonballs are at least coming close to it. But cannonballs are also, mundane items that are going to do, that while they might hit it, you can tell they're doing minimum damage at best.
All right, I finished looking it up. I would like to use Mind Sliver, which is a DC 18 intelligence check.
Okay. And what does Mind Sliver do if it fails?
It takes damage, and then it takes a -1d4 to its next save.
Okay. How much damage will it do then? Because it failed.
"13 psychic."
Okay, that was actually more than I thought it would be. But, all right. Ish, do you want to do anything?
Yes. I will extend my arms and say, God, I hope this works. And I will use my Eldritch Invocation, Chains of Carcery, and cast Hold Monster on it.
Is that a ranged attack? Because this thing is about 90 feet up. And you were on the ground looking for cover last you spoke.
It has a range of 90 feet. So
Okay. So what does it need to roll to avoid being held?
a Wisdom saving throw, 17.
Okay. It's
I don't
going to
have
get
any.
a 21. It has one low stat and a lot of good stats, so...
Doesn't it
Yeah.
get a -4 from that, Andy?
Oh,
From the minus
you're correct. You're correct. My bad.
1d4?
Okay. What do you say it needed to be? A 17 or an 18?
Yeah, either way, it's 17.
Okay. It only gets a -1, so it still managed to beat that.
Yeah. Darn.
And
I'm just like extending my hand, like, work. Come on.
And Prize, it took notice of you because of your mind sliver, so you need to make a dexterity save, please.
While he does that, Andy, how many legendary saves did it do? Just the one?
It's just on the one so far.
It's still at 90
Okay.
feet, right?
That's
Yeah.
a critical failure on the dexterity save.
Okay, in that case, you're going to take 16 points of lightning damage as the bolt hits you square in the face.
I accept it.
You don't really have a choice with that. You basically just stood there. Come on.
Come at me, bro.
This is
Shit.
like this is like you would have. You know what? I should have drawn a fail card, but that was more of a save. I'm going to get those ready for next time. No, basically, you jumped into the bolt by mistake. You totally misjudged it. It was going to miss you, but you jumped into it by mistake.
Do not hurt my human friends. Hurt me.
All right, and that was its action. So we haven't really been going in order because this thing is just too big. So I'm just totally saying whoever wants to act, go for it.
I'm gonna try to climb on top of a roof to get closer.
Okay, we're going to say that's going to take your whole action.
Yeah.
But next round, you'll be able to be a little bit closer.
Sounds good.
So, Trevor?
I guess we're just going to go back up and we're just going to try to unleash some attacks on it at this point.
Okay.
I can cast Banishment one more time. And it still has legendary saves.
Mm-hmm.
Because we can.
Me too. I also can do it. But when it's...
Because I can banish 4 times. Trevor can banish twice.
Is this metagaming?
I mean, slightly, because you're talking amongst yourselves right now, and I prefer you to roll an attack before I deem your turn over.
Okay, well, like I said, I'm just going to go first. I'm going to go unleash some attacks on it. And if I hit, I'm going to smite his ass.
Okay.
I'm assuming I can get close.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. It's gargantuan. It won't be hard for you to get closer.
All right, I'm going to use my bonus action to light it up.
Okay.
And can I say that I'm using my glaive so I have reach? Or do I just have to say I'm using
I'm going to
my
say
longsword?
you've had plenty of time to pull out the blade you need for this purpose.
All right,
So.
thank you.
Okay. Yep, both of those hit. All right. Now I got to do math. That's
I'm so good. I impressed myself.
24 and
31
28. So 46 total damage.
Oh, shit. I forgot to smite. God damn it.
Well, go ahead and add that on because we didn't complete your roll. I'm still doing math. So
All right, so
that
I'm
in.
gonna do. I'm gonna do it at 3rd level each. So it
Okay.
starts with a base 2 plus a d8 for each level high in this first. So 2, so 48.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that sounds
Or
right.
is that 3d8? Okay. So I'm doing it twice, so that's 68.
Okay. Roll the 68.
An extra
Okay.
33 damage.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you something, Trevor. You got this thing's full and undivided attention with that attack.
Oh shit.
Does
No touchy.
Does anyone else want to go before it makes its move?
I like that response.
Because this
Well,
giant serpent made of clouds and fog and lightning, it just turned its eyes onto Trevor.
I just see this whoosh.
Mhm.
Fuck.
Pretty much.
I'm still climbing up, right?
You'll be able to. I'm going to say, for the sake of dramatic tension and continuing, you're at the top of the building right now, or you're coming out the door right as you see this
Alright.
thing focus on a
How-
little dot.
Andy, add an extra 10 on there. I'm a moron.
How
Why am I adding an extra 10?
Improve Divine Smite. I'm a terrible paladin.
Okay, yes you are, but this, right now, you kind of need to go all out against this thing.
I know.
Okay,
Yeah, that's very true. How far is it from me at this point?
I'm going to say that, we'll say you're within 60 feet of it.
All right, perfect. Now I'll stay there.
Okay.
Don't want to piss it off.
Are you not going to attack this round? Because if you don't want to piss it off, then standing on top
No.
of a building is the worst possible place to be. Just my thought on the action.
Yeah, true. But it's the best place I needed to get close.
Okay, well, do you want to
Yeah,
do
but
anything this
that's all
round?
I'm gonna-
Because, okay, then Prize, do you have any actions?
I will actually do Mind Sliver again.
Okay. And that was an intelligence save?
Intelligence 18.
Okay, well, it's got a -4 on its intelligence, so it's probably not going to get very often. And it failed.
That'll be 12 psychic damage, and it takes a -1d4 to its next save.
Okay. And it is looking directly at Trevor, and it is going to start attacking.
No touchy.
Well, first off, it gets its 2 thunderous slams. One of those was a natural 20, Trevor.
I can't be critted against.
Yeah, but you're still taking 23 thunder damage.
I'll take it.
And you're taking
It's better than
another
43.
and you're taking another 23 because the next one's going to hit you too. And then it is going to use 2 of its legendary actions to throw a lightning bolt at you. Make a dexterity save.
Okay, hold on. Do the first damage again. How much?
23
how much?
twice.
23.
46
So-
total.
And then a dex save.
Yes.
Question.
8
Would
plus
that be considered
5?
a spell?
I need to hear Trevor's response first. Trevor, what was your save?
8 plus 5. I'm guessing I fail.
Yeah, you'll take 16 points of lightning damage.
Okay.
All right, now, what were you saying, Ish?
Question. Would that lightning strike be considered a spell, or is it just natural?
It's not a spell. It's sort of it's a legendary action. So this thing doesn't cast magic. It is magic. Okay. And that was all of its actions pointed at Trevor. Janja, you just
Yeah, I'm in
hear
the
a
double
lot of
digits.
thunder out there. It's a bad storm. But hey, again, you're safe knowing that your mortal enemy has your magical items and you're left in a cell to rot. Trevor, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna, as an action, lay hands on myself for 30 hit points.
Okay.
Because I'm in the double digits and I don't like it.
Yeah, that makes sense. And is that your full action?
I mean, technically, does my Pegasus get an attack?
I'm not.
I'm assuming
I'm
no,
not 100%.
because she's carrying me.
I'm going to say that her action is carrying you because until we double check mounted rules, I don't know.
Yeah, and I kind of forget how Paladin mounts work, so
yeah, and
she's
she would get the stats of Pegasus, but I don't think that's her attack is probably minor. So
yeah.
Like, I know I can target your Pegasus directly, but I don't because that's just more complicated. So, Prize, what do you want to do?
I think that I will banish it again.
Okay. That is, let's see. All right, it's going to choose to make that save. And Ish, what do you want to do?
Oh, frick. This is getting bad.
Oh, it's been bad for a while now.
I'm going to hold the monster on it.
Okay.
Well, it's getting worse.
And that's a wisdom
I'm
save?
going to cast hold monster on it.
Okay. That was going to be a natural 1, so 17. It's going to choose a save.
Yes.
So that is see, Trevor just used his action to heal himself. So yeah, we're back to this thing. So it is going to make some attacks against Trevor because Trevor is the one who annoyed it. What's your AC again? Trevor? Danny?
AC 19.
19? Okay. Then, yeah, you're going to take another 46 points of thunder damage.
Did you just fucking say 46?
Yes, 46.
4.
6.
Okay.
Why do I go after things head on? You'd think hell would have taught me a lesson.
I don't know. You've never learned this lesson. I mean, this is literally a giant storm come to life, and you charged right at it. Are you still conscious?
Yeah, I'm still conscious because
Okay.
I healed myself.
Okay, well then it's your turn.
Did you come back down, or are you still up there?
I went back up.
Okay, well it's your turn.
I'm gonna hit this bitch again.
Okay. I mean, you hit it really hard last time. So
Fuck.
okay, yeah, 14's not going to hit.
Can I attempt to break out once more?
Sure.
What did I get?
Okay, with that, I'm going to say that yeah, you give a big pull and the chain comes out of the wall.
I didn't want to rip them out of the wall. I was going to just break the.
Well, I'm deeming that the wall joint was weaker than the chain.
Okay.
So, basically, you've now got a couple of metal chains connected to your fist, but you're free to work on the jail cell itself.
I want to try and break them off of my arms.
Okay.
Do strength check.
Sure.
For each arm. 1.
Well, we'll do
whatever.
Yeah, I will say that, yeah, you spend your time, but you're able to get the chains off of your arms. So you no longer have, metallic whips. Which I thought was cooler, but hey, what do I know? I'm only the DM. Trevor, what do you want to do with your turn?
Alright, this bitch has pissed me off.
That seems reasonable. Oh, wait a minute.
Yep.
Sorry, we just did yours. You missed, didn't you? My bad. Prize.
That's fine, I can wait.
I think I'm going to change up my tactics here.
Okay.
I'm going to pull out a little bit of molasses, and I'm going to cast slow on it.
Okay. What does it need to roll for that?
While he's looking that up, does anybody remember when Viserys would always cast haste on me? It was great.
It is a wisdom save 18.
Okay.
And I don't think anyone else has cast a spell on it since me, so it will be at a minus 1d4.
All right. It gets crap. Subtract that. It'll get an 18 on its save.
Is that... I can't remember how it works. Is that mean I win or I lose?
I think in this case you lost because it made your
equal
save.
It saves.
Yeah. So it managed to save.
Yeah. If it's equal or greater,
Yeah.
it saves.
Ish, what do you want to do?
Pouring through my whole repertoire here.
That's kind of what you do in big fights.
Okay, now it's my turn. Oh yeah, my turn. Banishment.
Okay. And what does it need to roll to beat yours?
17.
17. All right, let me double check its stats.
I believe a charisma saving.
I think so.
Yeah, charisma saving throw.
Okay.
Probably gonna say, but
I'm doing math now. And with that, it vanishes. The storm is going to take time to actually disappear, but you managed to banish it.
Yeah.
I go like, see ya, you ugly snake.
I will say that the downside of not beating it is you don't get its elemental heart.
Did we need one of those?
It would have been a lot of fun.
Ah.
But hey, you managed to live. The city is in horrible shape because
Yeah, that was important.
all the damage that you were taking, it does double damage to buildings.
We're dicks.
So I broke the door, right?
Yeah, makes sense.
If that has been your biggest concern while your friends were dying, I'm going to say, the door is stronger, but you've damaged the door. You've damaged the door, but it's not fully open yet. You're going to need to make another strength check. Okay, it's holding so far. If you're just going to keep spamming it until you get it right, do it one more time to see how long it's going to take you.
Can't you just take...
You just cracked your fist punching it. You take...
A monk's worst nightmare. Oh no.
You just took 4 damage to yourself.
I mean, I don't know if you do this, but Katie, in the future, you can usually say, I'm going to take 10, and you can usually do something that way, but I don't know if that's how Andy runs things. It's just out there.
I was going to just say, we'll give you a few minutes to keep trying rather than just keep spamming the button.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I tend to do something like
finger.
that. Yeah.
After that crack he's done, he's just...
Sort of like the other day when Carrie just kept hitting attack and I kept saying she was killing everybody because she hit them 3 times for 3 times more damage than they could take. And that was automatic death, regardless of her intentions. So, spamming the button is probably not a good thing with me. But everyone outside, like I said, you see as the creature just suddenly vanishes and the storm around it is slowly, starting to dissipate and you live.
I would like to land.
Okay,
So
that's
I
not a
look
problem.
over towards my warlock buddy that's on the other roof, and I give him a thumbs up.
And I'm like, who is that guy?
Wait,
And I
what?
start descending back down.
I'll
I've
pick up
never met
Ish
him.
on the way. I'll just like scruff him on the way down.
He didn't give me a pastry.
Yeah, I got a cupcake.
Also,
I'm gonna
At that very moment, he
I'm gonna
realizes
go
that he left-
back
Hold
to
on,
where
Prize is talking.
the
Prize
storm
is talking.
initially hit me and
Ish,
Jerry.
Ish, be quiet a second. Prize is talking first.
Sorry.
At that moment, he realizes
sorry.
that he left his treats compartment open the whole time, so they're all ruined.
I'm going to give
He
you a
just
plot
looks
point for
down
that. That's
and is
funny.
sad.
Oh no!
You get a plot point for that because that's amusing. You got soggy cake running out of your compartment. Now, Ish, what were you saying?
I'm gonna go down to where the storm initially hit me and Jerry.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna
Well,
I'm just
Trevor
gonna
was
sit there
trying. Trevor was
cross-legged
trying
and
to
just,
pick
like,
you up.
waiting for the guards to pick me along.
Trevor was trying to pick you up. So, do you want to hitch a ride with Trevor,
Oh, okay.
or do you want?
I was just scruffing him, so if he wants to not be scruffed, he can do that.
I'll be like, I got somewhere to go.
Okay.
I
Why
think I
were
pissed off
you
the
in
city
jail?
A little bit too much.
So while they're kind of,
You remember that Dragonborn?
I'll come down and I close the one compartment on the left side,
Mm-hmm.
and I open the compartment on the right side, which is outlined in red, and I walk over to Trevor and I start doing medicine to
Doing medicine?
I don't know how to take that.
I don't know how to do that either. The
No,
metal man just
there's
walks up and
no-
starts poking you with a needle.
Yeah.
There's no preamble, there's no announcement or anything. I just start pulling out bandages and putting bandages on.
So I'm in the middle of scolding the warlock, and then this giant metal man is just like, "Oh, come here, let me poke you."
Yeah, it's
The
like,
fuck?
here's some field stitches.
Okay, so this is literally So while she's scolding me, I literally see an automaton just do like first aid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is that what I'm seeing?
That's
That
what you're
is exactly
seeing.
what-
it's just Baymax.
I'm like,
Oh my God, you're Baymax.
Janja, I'm going to say that you're still left alone, so you can
I
make
was
another
thinking-
attempt to break loose.
I
I'm trying to find it.
died if I hear the storm stop.
Yeah, you're going to. You don't hear
I
the
was
thunder
scanning
anymore.
for the name of someone like that.
So you're going to stay in there now that the storm's done, Janja? Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Ish, you're being yelled at, and all of a sudden, here comes an automaton who's like, "I'm going to patch you up now." Do you get a roll for medicine? I think with the medic, you actually do get to do a little bit of healing.
Yeah, it's DC 15, but I actually can't fail the roll. So if you want me to roll, I will.
You know, let's go ahead and roll just to see how well you succeed. Okay,
25.
yeah, that's what do you accomplish when you do this?
Oh, technically, it doesn't actually do anything unless we're doing a short rest.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case,
Jesus Christ.
I thought you were able to do something like once per long rest, you could do some sort of healing with that feat, but.
He's doing his best, okay?
No, this is still amusing as everything to me. I just want to know if there was anything mechanical we needed to check.
I would probably argue that during the
It's
next
just like
short rest,
on a scale from
I
1
get
to
the
10.
ability-
How bad is it?
Yes, we will grant this during the next short rest.
How
In fact, with that roll, you can just about make Trevor into a mummy if you wanted to.
Okay, thanks.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes,
I'm good.
yes,
Thank you.
Just some more bandages here.
I don't need any more.
You
Thank
have
you.
clear
It's fine.
Abrasions. We need to take care of this before you get an infection.
I'm
You
fine.
need that.
Thank
They're
God. I'm a
just
paladin. I don't get sick.
Incredibly,
I don't.
incredibly
Ish, help
easy
me.
to get sick.
Ish isn't doing nothing. The automaton is literally stopping you from scolding Ish, so he has no problem.
That's fair.
It's like, he's like, I think I see another cut over there. Hey, Metal Man,
Stop it!
I think that's an abrasion. You might want to put some ointment on that.
I'm a paladin. I don't get sick.
All right, guys, hold on a second.
I do have some
Katie's
good
trying to
appointments
talk,
with-
guys. Katie,
I would like to try and contact Ish and them with that one item that we all.
your magical items were taken from you. So.
I didn't know. I thought I might have found a loophole.
No, I'm gonna say that they checked. They took everything of magic because they don't want you to break out of jail.
Yeah.
It's like medieval TSA.
They don't take chances when somebody, as powerful as this guy says that he was attacked by a couple of ruffians, and he actually told them which one of them did the most physical damage to him. That's why you're in a separate jail. So
Let's go.
we're back to the group.
Okay, once things calm down, I'll just be like, Ish, I'm not... Okay, fine. After I take fucking bandages off my face, I will go find one of the guards if there's any still around.
No, you cannot take those off. They will scar without bandages.
I already have scars.
You want to see how I got these scars?
Shut damn it.
Katie, you're going to get a plot point for that because you got a reaction out of someone you're not even there.
You want to know how I got these scars?
Okay, now back to the action, please. Where are you going with this, guys?
Expect to get a plot point for that.
Ish, are you getting kicked out of the city? Is that what I'm understanding? Stop poking me. I'm not gonna yell at you, my God.
Something like that.
Okay, we're gonna fix that. I'm gonna go find one of the guards. But you're okay with it?
The guards are currently trying to deal with people who got hurt, so you can go and stop them from doing protecting the citizenry, or you can take this opportunity to hide Ish somewhere.
That's why I said wait, and I turned back to Ish.
Okay.
Like, wait, what?
Okay. There's a lot of crosstalk today, so.
According to memory, Guard Jerry, was he killed by that slam?
No, but he's, in the ensuing fight, he got up and he's gone about his duty, which in this case was trying to help people under buildings. Remember how I told you all the damage you're taking? The buildings took double that.
Yeah.
So, the city is fairly
I'm going
well
to
decimated.
go and find Guard Jerry.
Okay, I will let you make a perception check.
And then go and find that
at disadvantage because big city, lots of people.
While he's doing that, Andy, I'll go help
people,
help the citizens and stuff.
Okay, that's fair.
I will also walk around and I will start trying to give people the soggy cupcake because I really don't understand the concept that they're not really edible anymore.
That's perfect. So you're just walking up to people that are dazed, guards are doing triage. You just come up and put a soggy cupcake into their hand.
It's the thought that counts.
Or a Bailey moment, the soggy, not soggy, but oldie-esque muffins and cupcakes.
Okay.
Robot jester.
Ish, you do not see Guard Jerry anywhere, unfortunately. Because every guard you see is currently trying to, move rubble and things of that sort.
Okay, I'm going to find the nearest group of guards, and I'm gonna try and help them.
Okay. They're not
I'm gonna be
turning
like,
down
hey,
help right
I'm a
now.
snake man. I want to help.
Okay, now you need to make persuasion a disadvantage.
He's doing his community service to pay off his fine to the
I
city.
know, but he should have kept his damn trap shut because they, when you come up and say, hey, I'm a monster person, I want to see this roll.
Yeah, me too.
That's not bad.
Okay, yeah, it's not bad. They look at you and then just go back to, moving rocks. As long as you're being helpful. They don't care that you're a snake man, but
I do have a question, Andy.
okay.
My Pegasus has a strength of 18, so she could help move rocks and stuff too.
Yeah, but she doesn't have thumbs.
Well, no, if there's, if something has to be pulled or whatever.
Yes, then
She's right there.
Yes, she could assist with that. You just gotta. If there's a bigger section of rock, wall or something, then they can hook ropes to her and she can pull it. Yep, that's workable.
I'm assuming she doesn't mind because I can talk to her telepathically.
Yeah, she's all for helping. She is a celestial being that's in service to a paladin. I'm pretty sure she's going to help save people.
Yeah.
Is there like a triage area that's being set up?
Yes, there is. I assume that you're going to go over there and start helping?
Yep, I will start using my medic ability there.
Okay. Yep, there's not really even necessarily a roll needed for that because we already know you won't accidentally kill anybody. Although there are people they're dazed enough that they're trying to eat the mushy cupcakes because they don't know what else to do. You know how when you get hit in the head hard enough and you're just like, I guess I eat this. And those people actually do feel better afterwards, apparently. If I remember correctly, they get a few hit points for that, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Okay. I'm going to say even mushy, they're suddenly feeling better after they eat those. So, yes, working together, you are all going to be able to help save some lives. But in a situation like this, you can't save everyone, unfortunately. But more people will survive with less injury because of everything you guys are doing. And
Revivify.
I don't. Well, it's within the last minute. But if there is anybody within the last minute, I would love to try Revivify, especially if they're kids or something.
I will let anybody who has Revivify and the correct components, you can cast those to your limit.
I only have 1 diamond.
Okay.
No, wait, I have 2. But if there's a kid or something that I know I can bring back, I want to do at least it once.
I'm just going to go ahead and say that no, the children were mostly put underground right quick or got to safe places because I might be a monster, but I'm not that much of a monster.
Okay, you're not Mercer. Got it.
Yeah. There's a lot of things I'm willing to do, but I'm not going to make you, give up your precious diamonds for something that, in this particular case, if you didn't put them in danger, I'm not going to murder innocent children. I will only let you murder innocent children.
If need be, I do have 7 spell slots, including 1/4 level of Cure Wounds I can do to help people too.
Okay. Yeah, I'll certainly let you expend those because that doesn't cost you, extra components. And that will...
I will need a nap though, because then I'm cooked.
That's fine. But that goes a long way to, the guards that are there are taking notice of what you're doing, and that goes a long way. We're going to say...
Paladin Azariel, bitches.
We are going to say that anybody who is found, it has been well beyond a minute by the time we're able to dig them out. And that's just because in a hurricane like this, not everyone will survive. And that's just reality. Not even I can change that, unfortunately. I only control the world.
Do you?
Well, I control 95% of the world. And then there's you guys.
But let's be fair. Rihanna and Kyle have 4%. The rest of us have the other 1%.
I don't know. Ish and Janja have been causing a lot of trouble for just 2 people.
Okay, it goes 2, 2, and 1.
Prize.
One session.
If you want to use
One
any
session that happened.
Prize, if you want to use your magic to also heal people, I'll let you make that choice.
Is there actually people that would be worth using something like Mass Cure Wounds on, or are they lightly injured?
Well, for them, lightly injured is still life-threatening because these are people who have hit points that are single digit. I'm going to say that if you want to cast Mass Cure Wounds, that you will save a lot more lives. And
Yeah, I'll do Mass Cure Wounds.
okay,
then.
because again, that's just the sort of thing that this is more for the people, the guards and the people in charge take notice of the fact that you're using higher tier magic to save as many people as possible, and that will come in handy later on, maybe.
Lucky bastard got a 4th level Cure Wounds. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I will try to, if it calls for it, saving people from rubble and stuff, I will use Ghostly Gaze to kind of pinpoint the guards and see, like, there's a person under that beam in that pile of rubble and stuff like that.
That is actually going to be very helpful because you're able to save them a lot of time on unnecessary searches and point them toward the right direction. That's going to be a big help, and that will help save a lot more lives that would have been lost otherwise. And that will also be noted by the guards coming forward. So we're going to say that you guys will spend, the better part of the day doing all of this. It's actually going to be kind of late into the night before things are really to a point where they think that, any parts of the city they haven't gotten to yet. So late into the night, you guys are finally done. You've saved as many people as you're going to be able to save. You're all risking levels of exhaustion by this point. Jonja, no one has bothered to come down to even check to see what's happened to you down there. You have, ever since the storm outside quit, nobody has been around. So, for those of you who are free, there is sort of, some people have started trying to make food for the rescue efforts. You're able to sit down with a bowl of hot stew and, well, maybe not a cold drink, but at least there's food and water available to you.
Andy, I have a question.
Yes.
Have my 2 followers, are they gone or were they still here?
That was up to you. Did you send them away the night before? Or
I don't know, if we actually did any of that that night.
I told you it was up to you, and I will let you decide. Were they there helping, or did you send them off?
To me, it makes more sense to not send them away suddenly. So if they could be around during the day to also help, and we could figure that stuff out.
Yes,
next couple days.
They were there helping people as well.
Okay.
And yeah, we can figure out other stuff because you weren't here for me to talk that out with you at the beginning of the game. So, Frederick and Bernard, I think was his name.
Reginald and Bernard.
Yes, they have been working right alongside you, although their magic tapped out long before yours. But they've been doing their best to help as many people as possible. So there's some warm stew, a little bit of ale, and a lot of tired people. This is
Pegasus.
Yes, and this is an opportunity. Yes, someone brought oats for the Pegasus.
Oh, that's cute.
I'm good. I just got a nap.
So I'm gonna find the big robot guy.
I don't think he's far away. Actually, I think once Prize, correct me if I'm wrong about this, but I figure once you were sort of done with the triage, you probably went over and started helping the food service.
How did you guess?
It just seemed like what you would do. If anything,
Yeah,
I imagine you're bouncing between the two. Here's a little bit of spice, here's a stitch.
Once the medicining was done,
Make
that's
sure
when I
not-
started cooking a massive meal.
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and say that you have one of those spice pouches where you could just magically pull out the spices you need. Because that's a common item, a common magic item from Xanathar, and it's just perfect for you. So you have it.
Sounds very reasonable.
So, yes, the food is a little bit better because the giant automaton man came over and just started adding spices to the food. And making more of it.
Now, mind you, he is an automaton, so he doesn't know what food tastes like. So sometimes he goes a little far, sometimes not quite enough.
So it's either gonna be bland as fuck or ow, my face is burning off.
I don't imagine it's that.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, this is like a giant. There's probably like
Put
a
in, like, 2
couple
handfuls
of
black pepper.
a couple of really big pots. So it's sort of hard to over season the big pot, but it
Fair
would have been very basic. Except he came over and started adding to it. And again, you know what, Prize? I don't want to tell you how you're doing this. You tell me. How are you coming over and assisting everyone with the cooking?
So just like in almost every other social interaction, he just walks up and just starts doing it. He doesn't explain. He doesn't talk to anybody. He kind of scans what everyone else is doing and just starts kind of miming the same thing because he doesn't actually know what they're making.
Mm-hmm.
So he's just kind of going along with the motions until he figures out exactly what's going on.
Give me a cooking check, and I will sort of describe how I think you're doing it. Because it won't be overly complicated. I just want to see
I'm
how
so glad
well.
I'm immune to poison.
me too. I have a belt. He's not gonna poison us.
Okay.
It's 19.
You see that they're basically just making like various versions of vegetable stew. There's like a lot of root vegetables and things being put in, whatever meat they could find. But you've noticed that this is going to be just the blandest thing ever, and you don't even have taste buds. So I imagine what you do is you just walk up and you just start throwing in all the seasoning. Maybe occasionally tell somebody that's too much potato. You want more meat into this.
Well, actually, it's a 19 before the attribute. I don't know what attribute you want me to add to it.
It's usually wisdom or intelligence. I think wisdom is more cooking because that's survival.
So that's actually a 24. Then.
Yeah, it doesn't take you long, and you're directing the cooks. Everyone just like at first they think it's very odd, but then like, no, he's right. This is probably going to need some salt. It's not going to taste very good. They knew it was nourishing and filling, but because of you, it's palatable.
3 pinches of cumin, no more.
They're really confused by this, but I imagine you almost hand them the spice, like, put this in. And so, yeah. Prize is now taken over the cooking area. So, Trevor, when you go to find him, he's just there telling all these volunteers how to do the cooking. And he's pointing to like 6 different pots, perfectly. He's conducting the cooks like an orchestra with that role.
In a sense.
What was that?
He's like the Gordon Ramsay of the situation.
Yeah, except he's not swearing at them.
Not
Is he
calling
swearing
them
at them?
No, he's
Okay.
not swearing at people.
Okay, then yes, he's just like, this needs that.
I would imagine more like Ratatouille.
Not that.
He kind of has like a grandma vibe to him. Like someone's trying to put something in that's wrong, and he just kind of gently pushes their hand away. And he's
Hold
like,
on, Southern
"No,
grandma
no, no."
or Sicilian grandma? There's a difference.
That's true.
Is there
Yeah.
a granny or is it a nonna? We need to know this.
Southern.
Oh, okay.
All right. So, yeah, okay. Before we get into a full cooking stream, Trevor, it takes you no time to find him. Like I said, he's tirelessly, without. Actually, at some point, everyone else drops down. So then he just starts stirring everything and keeping the food going while everyone else is exhausted.
Is anybody else concerned about John Jen jail's point, or am I just?
We're going to deal with
that
that
is a good
after.
point.
Yeah, you guys haven't seen Jonja all day.
Ish, where's
Well-
John?
Yeah, when everything seems to be like stabilizing, I'm gonna go and look for Jean.
Okay. You remember that Jonja
when the
did
majority of
get
the community
carried with the guards with you, and you remember him being separated from you. So you know to start your search around the barracks.
All right, so I'll
Is
head
there
over
any
there
way
to
I
see
could
if
join you, or were you just going off on your own?
I was when I saw you talking to Master Cook. I'm gonna go and look for John.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
All right. So we'll do Trevor and Prize first. That's you guys.
Thanks, by the way.
No problem, meatbag.
Yeah.
I mean, back
Where'd you come from? If you don't mind me asking.
The mines of Zixaville.
All right. But yeah, thanks for the help. It is actually kind of good to have somebody else around here who. Yeah.
You did not defeat the monster.
No. But teamwork did help.
The tiny mage man did.
Warlock, I think. Wait, do we know you're a warlock?
Well, you do. He doesn't.
I may have given him the idea.
Possibly.
Big things are
things are
easier if you just make them go away.
This is true. Speaking of big things, we're going after another big thing.
Punching is very effective or ineffective against very large things.
You're right.
There are many, many ways to defeat large things.
I just have to say this is really weird because I am staring at him while we're having this conversation.
Yes, that's exactly you have the expression all of us have during this. Like, your words are technically true. And I still imagine that during this, Price never stops cooking.
Never. And stitching, occasionally.
Yeah. You're stirring one pot, but then somebody with a scratch walks by, and you just stop them, slap a bandage on, and push them away. Good God, you really are a Southern grandmother. Here's some iodine, dear. Okay, please continue. We'll get Michael involved in this in just a minute when he's fully online.
So, what's your name anyway?
Prize right.
Nice to meet you. My name's Trevor.
Do you not have a last name? Has it changed that in the world?
All right. I am Trevor Nestor, formerly a captain of the Wildam Army. No more since the world went to hell.
When did the world go to hell? I have been there. It is much different from here.
Yeah, I've been there too. Well, it kind of... Titans got released. It's been fun.
I do not know if this would be considered fun. There has been much death and destruction here.
That is what humans call sarcasm.
How did you know I am not human?
You're about as tall as a tank. There's a... What's a medieval version of a tank? Catapult?
A cart.
You're about as tall as a cart and made of metal, my friend.
Oh.
But yeah, again, it was good to have help. Thanks for jumping in, and I guess thanks for the cupcake thing.
I must defend the helpless meatbags.
I don't know if I would use the word meatbag, but you're not wrong, and that's a pretty good cause.
They are all so nice.
They are.
Except for the mean ones.
This is true. This is kind of going nowhere.
I am an automaton.
I am gonna go take a nap.
Oh,
and I walk away.
Take a cupcake.
Thanks.
Trevor, do you eat the cupcake?
That depends. Is it soggy and gross?
It is soggy and gross.
I will pretend until I get around a corner and then throw it in a bucket.
Okay.
Where nobody can see.
Remember, there are
Tib-
starving children.
Unless Tiberius wants it.
I think Tiberius sort of sniffs it and takes a small bite and then it's like flies away. Because there's better treats.
Not better treats that restore 9 hit points.
Well, yeah, but Tiberius wasn't hurt, so. Okay, so we're going to jump over to Ish. It looks like Michael isn't going to be able to fully join us because of internet connection issues, so if he comes online, great. Ish, you start scouring the jail cell looking for Janja.
Okay. I'm gonna start first from the jail cells where I was at.
Okay.
Do I see her anywhere?
No, there's in fact you were the only person in that area, so they have several cells, but you don't see anybody in any of them.
Alright, then I'm gonna start scouring for
Okay. This isn't really going to be too
Probably some
complicated because without, with there being, with everybody, all hands on deck, you can just walk around the building. Nobody's really too worried about the prisoners that were left behind because it was technically just one, and that one was locked, chained up in the bottom. So you look around and you find the lower cells, and there's one that has the cell door is bent inward or outward a little bit, but it's still fully shut.
Alright. Do I see the tabaxi still in her cage?
Janja, what are you doing in your cell at this point?
I'm doing the same thing I'm doing, which is sitting still.
Okay.
Not.
So you get over there and you just see him, just sitting in the middle of his cell, the chains and everything broken around him.
Oh no, he's actually pacing. So.
Oh, okay. So he's just pacing around the walls. The chains are, in a pile on the floor.
I'm like,
Where the heck have you been?
hi.
I've been waiting.
Thanks for the help, up top. We appreciate it. What are you doing down here? I thought you were in the cell like I was.
Obviously not. Can I?
Okay.
Get...
And Do you want me to keep you in here? Do you want to get out?
At that point, I just punched the
'Cause
cell.
Roll an unarmed attack. Punch the door again.
Yay. A monk, I get to punch.
Do I notice if she has her knuckles bloodied and stuff?
I don't know what I made.
You actually, when he punches the wall this time, it rolled damage.
I'll say back up and then I'll punch it.
Yeah. So roll damage. It's not hard to hit a door. It's okay. The metal bends a little bit, but stays shut.
How long have you been at this?
I don't know. Okay. Punch it again.
I'm like, okay, let's get you out of here, and I'll
Roll
cast
damage.
Arcane Gate on her side. Okay.
Did I get it open?
I'm gonna say that yes. I imagine this time Jonja like gets a running start and flings his whole body into it, and the door creaks open.
I was like, okay, that
Right.
works.
I say, let's go find my stuff.
You know, we found like a. Oh, do you know where to keep our stuff?
Did they let you go?
Technically, I got a help from a huge gargantuan elemental snake. But for now, they're not looking for me. I guess that's something.
Yeah. Why
But
did
yeah,
that noise? Was it the weather? It seemed pretty bad.
yeah, like I said, giant gargantuan elemental snake appeared out of freaking nowhere and started creating a hurricane in the middle of the city. So
Fun. Let's go get my stuff.
yeah, you were lucky. Happened just as I was leaving. Well, technically, they were making me leave. All right, let's go get our stuff because I do not like this normal things, and plus I got a pretty good staff.
Make an investigation check.
Can one of us do it at advantage if the others?
All right.
I'll let you each make one, or one person makes it at advantage. Your choice.
I'll give you advantage.
Okay, a 7. You don't find anything.
Oh.
Try again.
No, you can't try again.
Okay.
You searched the whole building. You didn't find anything of interest.
All right.
Do you want to start breaking down
Well, I guess-
doors?
I might if I don't find it.
I'll let you
That's the
decide.
thing, too.
Do you start breaking down doors?
No, I'll tap.
Oh.
I'm gonna top genre, and I'm like, I think it's best to quit while we're ahead. I mean, we gotta have jail scot-free almost. So
I mean, if only we
we
brought along
start
somebody who
breaking-
has looked at objects.
yeah, if we start breaking into the treasury vaults and stuff like that, that is not gonna be good for us. So let's just book it for now.
Where's your friend? Just
What friend?
stop. Can your friend help find stuff? Can your little friend help?
What little friend?
Your pet companion thing.
Oh no, he's in his own little plane. Still haven't called for him yet. But nah, he probably can't help us.
I want to search one more time. The double.
I'm like,
check.
okay.
Okay, but this time you're going to make it a disadvantage. Because you've
As she
already
does that,
looked
I'm just gonna start
everywhere
working
that's
out.
obvious.
Yeah.
You yell at the walls. Reveal your secrets.
No.
She's yelling too.
You it seems that when everybody left, they didn't organize the notes they had on things very well, and you're not able to find anything about your gear.
As she does that, I'm like, I'll see you outside. And I'll go outside and try to see if I can find Trevor.
Okay.
I will go out and find the group.
Okay. Sorry, I'm also trying to talk to chat. Because we. So sorry. There's a lot happening in my head right now, and I have pictured Jonja in there screaming at the walls. Jonja, when you finally give up and leave, you see the city is just. I like decimated. There's literally 1 in 10 buildings that's severely damaged. There are people, with bandages walking around. You're able to follow Ish to find your friends. And
some with too many bandages.
Yes, there's probably some people who are actually uncovering their
Instead of
eyes
putting
because
a small band-aid, they just have...
nothing happened to their eyes, but he still wrapped up their eyes anyway.
It's like, in place of a band-aid, it's just like rolls and rolls and rolls.
Yes. You think that you've been attacked by a bunch of mummies. And considering they're all shuffling by, fairly hurt, that's probably an accurate description. But you...
Okay, when I see Joey with the medical bot, I'm like, hey, you, Iron Man, she needs help. Look at her fingers. And I point to Jonja with, I'm guessing she has bloody knuckles at this point from hitting the iron bar so much.
Jonja has like one swollen knuckle. Because it was only one pour.
I must help.
Go, go, go. Please, hurry.
And the only thing you will ever be feeling is a broken fist. Or a broken face. No. I can't English.
I can just imagine like an automaton with like an apron and everything just rushing over.
Feeling his broken jaw. Oh, darn it.
I feel like this is going to be a contested medical roll versus Jonja's dodge ability.
Because I can. I would.
Okay, you know what? Let's go ahead and have Prize make a roll to see if medicine beats dexterity. Yeah, you try to grab Jonja's paw hand, but he pulls it back at the last second.
No, I grabbed
No,
his arm.
no, tiny
Like
cat.
how-
We must bandage your hand.
It will heal on its own.
Yeah, well, I'm tapped for spells, so you might as well let Prize right here take care of it instead of throwing a fit. Because if you do that, I'm not going to scold you guys for doing something I told you not to fucking do.
That sounds like scolding.
There are so many tiny bones in the hand.
I still have one spell slot, so I'm going to, because I want this to happen, cast Hold Monster on Jonja.
Hold Monster doesn't affect humanoids.
Ha!
I thought
says
it
creature.
worked on everybody. That was the point
You know
of
what?
Hold Monster.
Let's go ahead and let's allow it because it's more entertaining.
Okay. Let's do this.
I want to make it a...
So, Jonja, you need to. What's the save?
So it's,
Wisdom.
DC's have...
Walk away
Wisdom.
15
Yeah,
feet.
DC
Doesn't get my
17.
plus 10. I mean,
Okay.
plus 5.
Wisdom saving throw.
Yep.
Jonja, you are held in place as the 7-foot metallic automaton puts your arm in a splint up to the shoulder.
Tiny cat will feel better now.
His name is Jonja. I don't.
What meatbag?
My name is Trevor. That's Janja. That's Ish.
Meatbag, tiny cat, little mage man.
It's a start.
I prefer to be called Fleshling.
Fleshling?
Yes, please.
Agreeable.
I think the
Very
fan
well.
right back off. Hey, I like stupid. Come back up.
So I was thinking about inviting our new friend here to come with us to take care of Donovar.
I will cook
'Cause it might-
meals on the trip.
If you can find my stuff, I'm willing to have him join the group. Perhaps this one.
While I'm thinking of it, what exactly did you guys do last night? I'm not going to
It
be
wasn't
mad.
last night, technically.
What did you do when I left to go back to the tavern? I'm not going to be mad.
Well,
I'm not going to yell. I just
and I
want to
tell
know.
her the whole story, exactly what happened, including the part about Dimension Dooring into the dog being rescued by gifts that ended up giving us to the guards.
I don't know what the story is.
Okay, I'll summarize it real quick, and I'm not trying to, step over it. We're getting a little bit of lag on your part. So they track down this armored fighter dragonborn in a failed attempt to lure him to an alley. He started breathing fire on them. They attacked. He beat the living crap out of Janja. And then Ish used all of his magical abilities to run away as far as he could, which included teleporting out into the water where the GIF pulled them up, found out they had gotten into a fight with a bounty hunter, and held them at musket point and called the guards. Does that sound right to everyone?
No regrets.
So you attacked an innocent person and then ran away.
Got a problem with that?
Oh, no,
Yeah.
that brings me to my other career.
Wait.
So the medical flap closes, the food flap closes, and he reaches onto his back where there's like a long, like the leg of an easel, and he pulls it up and out and sets it down, and he goes, "We must prepare your legal defense."
Oh,
I will clarify, my dear robotic doctor, that I have already been issued my sentence. However, our furry little cat has not.
Oh no, my little cat friend. We must prepare your legal defense. Have you escaped from prison right now?
I wouldn't be standing here if I didn't.
Oh no, we must investigate. We must bring about a barrister's corps, and we must clear your name.
That's
Or
what,
we can just get a pardon.
that's what I've been wanting to do, but look at where I'm. I think I've handled it. It's time to go. Time to go.
Janja, you know I like you and all. But I think yesterday is an example that I have 4 people I need to babysit.
You do out of character, you really do.
Out
And
of
I mean
character.
that. I mean,
As soon as the game is over, I'm designing a chaotic, stupid T-shirt that I'm putting on Designed by Humans. And if I can figure out a way to put a cat logo on it, I am.
and I mean that in the nicest possible way, because you guys are my friends, obviously. But I don't think things through all the time. Look what I just fucking did with the giant thing in the sky. I'm gonna fly right at it. That was stupid. But I didn't get thrown in jail for it.
So while Trevor is admonishing you, Prize starts unfolding the easel, which turns into a mini.
Are you an artificer? It's like,
It is a mini, portable lectern, and he starts pulling out ink quills and paper, and he looks to Tiny Cat Person and goes, I must have you write a deposition. I must have you write the full extent of the actions that you took so as to prepare an appropriate defense.
Welcome to the new game, Lawyers and Magistrates, everyone.
I swear, this is what my friend is doing. I need to have I don't like this. I don't like this.
This is the weirdest thing that has happened to me since the last time we played, guys.
This is phenomenal. It's just like good idea. You know, you're right. He's just like wanting this to play through. Just at one point, what he's gonna do, he's gonna cast minor illusion and just produce a judge's wig on his head.
I am a barrister, not a judge.
No, on my head,
Little
not yours.
I don't even know what to do with this guy. So.
And I'm gonna go once more to find guard Jerry.
Okay.
I'm very curious to see if he survived.
I will let you do another perception, but at disadvantage because, they didn't just stick around waiting for you.
Makes sense.
Yeah, no, if any guards you find are usually trying to direct people to whatever nearest location.
Fair enough. Okay. And I turn to Trevor. So, unless some miracle happens, I'm not allowed anymore in this city. So, I think we should probably leave, or at least I should.
Well, I mean, after helping you, might be able to get a pardon. Or I can just bring you under my charges, so.
Sure.
Did you say that
we would have to wait a long time? No, not really. Regardless, we should be thinking what's our next move. Because this rescue effort can take a little bit of time.
Out of character, I kind of forget what we were planning on doing. I've been gone for that minute, so.
Well, the Ish and Michael particularly wanted to, track down a legendary lost mind flayer ship. You had, Donovar is still causing trouble, and so you didn't have a specific plan of action. You had several goals that you've all been talking about doing. So,
this is true.
If anything, you were all going to get together and decide what the next major course of action.
Yeah.
And I think, going with what Katie just typed into Discord, while Prize is trying to get him to write down his statement, he keeps saying, "Otto took my stuff. I want my medallion back."
There's a case of theft.
Oh, God.
Reverse. I think it's like reverse theft.
That's the perfect way to describe it. Please
I
write.
go over to Prize. I'm gonna have to get used to that name. And look at his writing. I'm like, wow, my metallic friend, you have spectacular handwriting.
I've perfected it over many hundreds of years.
You don't say. Wow. And I just start talking to him about calligraphy.
Okay.
Either way, at some point I'm going to stop and say, okay, so one thing we have to take into account is that me and Jonja are devoid of our, I believe, money and magical items. So we're doing this old-fashioned rookie way.
Where is your equipment?
Well, we have equipment, just not the magical kind. It was, I believe, confiscated upon our incarceration.
Oh, we must settle this now. We must go and file suit and get your equipment returned to you.
Well, that would be probably the best thing. However, the rescue effort, I believe, would take priority over such things.
The rescue effort?
Helping people in the city that got destroyed by the monster.
Oh yes, I had forgotten about that already.
On another note, where should we start what should be our next move?
I mean, I tried searching, but I think anybody else was helping me, so.
Well, I was talking about grander scale Donovar type thing, but sure. Yeah, I got nothing to.
I had a lot of money. I would appreciate my money back. And all my gear. And my heirloom.
Yeah, me too. But I have nowhere. I don't know where to look. We already searched.
Well, could you write down all of the things that you are missing in excruciating detail?
Of course. Please. Would you allow me your parchment and quill?
Yes. Here you are.
Trevor, you having been a town guard, probably have a better idea of where these items would have been relocated to.
I know, but nobody's asked me, so.
Okay, just wanted to let you know.
Ish is trying to look all professional, but he
if I
really
let you guys go on long tangents
really
where you try to beat up random people, you think I'm going to stop you from doing this?
I love this.
As long as the audience is entertained.
We just found our most multifunctional party member.
You mean the one who doesn't stop you from doing stupid stuff?
Of course. Well, now, because we're not doing stuff now.
That's true.
With a complete list, I can write up a writ to force the government to give you back your equipment.
I write all of it down. I'm like, yes. Completely. I understand.
Okay. You guys take a moment to write down all of the gear that was confiscated when you got arrested, including the money.
Right.
I asked Trevor. You probably would ask if Trevor does happen to know where. So, yeah. Perhaps she knows anything about where it might be.
I never knew Trevor was a guard, so I have no reason to suspect that she would know.
Literally, the only ones I would technically know is Michael and Rihanna.
Right, so I'm like, she's a paladin.
I mean,
she's
you
been
guys,
bringing churches a lot.
I figure you guys have known each other for, several weeks now at the very least, if not months or longer. You might have talked to each other about your past at some point. But
Well, I know,
if you guys want to do things the very long, drawn out way.
Maybe would.
Your opinion on this, Trevor? That's a better way of saying that.
I think Trevor was just banging his head on a table at the absurdity of the whole incident.
Oh yeah, I said I'm not going to yell at them. I didn't say I wasn't going to respond. That's my response. However, when asked a question, Andy, would I have any idea here? Because I don't know the technical term, but I'm sure there's like a lockup room or something, an evidence room.
Well, the way many of the bigger cities would handle it, to your knowledge, and there's probably how this one does it, in situations like this where the people aren't just outright executed for their crime, they would have to pay reparations not only to the city, basically, their fine, but they also have to pay reparations to the person they have offended, in which case means that chances are all their money has either been divided between, the city and the person they attacked. So
just the money, not the items? Is it possible to get the items back?
It depends. In this case, as they were, using these, it's a sort of situation where you typically don't give someone back their weapon when they used it to assault people within your city. So you might, where, well, you at least have some idea. You have a better idea of where they might have locked up dangerous magical equipment.
Technically, neither of us used weapons.
You were casting magic, which means you had to use your focus. And they could identify a magical artifact when they took it from you.
Okay.
So
fair enough.
So
There's
yeah,
no
is
other
there,
recourse. We have to find that Dragonborn.
They would be able to easily identify my weapon of choice whenever I punch them in the face.
Do you really want them to walk by and take your fist?
I actually watched my brother do that to a pickpocket once.
I have a spell to fix that.
Hi, Carrie. I see you in chat. It's chaos.
Help me.
See, now we have a reason to find that Dragonborn once more. It's like fate wills it.
Okay, DM.
Yes.
Would I know if I could talk to a guard captain or an actual law person in the city or something?
With your particular background, yes, you are able to, you know how to go find the higher ranking person, you know how to bring this up to them, so it won't be a complicated matter for you.
I would like to do that, not in a polite way, not interrupting shit.
Yeah. You know when to find a good break in, the orders, and when when the person has 5 minutes that he's not putting out a fire. Well, not a literal fire, but you know what I mean.
No, yeah.
Yeah. So you can walk up to him and start talking.
I would like to do that.
Okay. And he does recognize you as one of the people who was fighting against the elemental, so you have that going for you too.
Yeah. Evening. I'm gonna get straight to the point. Apparently a couple of my companions last night got into some trouble with the Dragonborn and were tossed in jail.
Oh, yes, I remember hearing something about that.
Yeah, I'm assuming their goal was already divided up to pay reparations and fines. That's fine. Is it possible to get my friend's staff back? And I think my other friend, he had a family heirloom that was important to him. Is it possible to maybe get those back?
I and he starts sort of trying to flip through a few notes. Could you describe the heirloom?
I know I've seen it, so I'll describe it.
Okay.
John Joe, probably like a silver locket or
I
something.
I thought it was probably like almost like gilded in a sense. I don't know. That's how I thought of it.
I know I've seen the physical object, so I
Okay.
can describe it.
I'll look up a medallion of it.
All right. When you describe it to him, he's going through. It's like, that appears to have been an item that originally belonged to Lord Otto and has been returned to him.
Understandable. I guess I can't argue that too much, but I can't just demand it back, John Joe. I'm sorry.
All right.
But then
And as for the staff, that was also claimed by the wrong party in lieu of gold.
understandable. Would you happen to have a name for him? Just so I can go have a conversation with him. Obviously, he's bug off. I'm gonna bug off because they were wrong.
He flips
I'm not
through
gonna
and he
deny that.
finds that yes, the bounty hunter's name was Kravis. And Carrie, if you have an internet connection, you are welcome to jump in because you know the city's just been attacked by an elemental, but it's safe now.
I actually found a good image, so. Oh, what's wrong with
Oh, well, thank you.
I guess like
Yes.
this.
Of course.
Hi guys.
Yeah, actually.
And even though
Hi, Carrie.
he will tell you, like, obviously, with everything that's happened, we will consider all matters settled. But if your friends cause trouble in the future, they will be dealt with more harshly because we don't have time to deal with long, drawn-out cases after this. I hope you understand, and they
Of
should
course.
watch what they do.
I will do my best to remind them of this. Thank you for your understanding.
Thank you for your service to the city today. You saved a great many lives.
Of course.
That was a good
I will go
one.
back to them. Hi, Carrie.
Hi.
So I guess about this time, you guys find Rihanna in all the chaos. Rihanna, an actual storm elemental, brought a hurricane to the city, and a lot of buildings are knocked over.
Cool.
And-
Sorry, I've got some kind
Lost
of
your
a.
hat.
I think I'm getting like a cold or something like that going on, so I sound like crap. That's part of the reason why I was muted.
The Rona.
No, I
Yeah,
just I have
yeah.
allergies. I've been doing a lot of outdoor work since the
Lost your
storm.
hat.
Lost my hat.
Um,
Well,
Yeah, Janja and Ish decided to pick a fight with a dragonborn fighter, lost, and got arrested, and all their magical gear was confiscated.
So in other words, I need to go quote reacquire it. You mean?
If you can manage to.
I don't know.
Please, for the love of God, be kind to me.
I have no idea what's been going on. I just came out on the part where you're talking to somebody trying to get their stuff back. I'm like, oh, that sounds
Yeah,
bad.
the basically the way he's going to explain to you, Trevor, is that the more valuable artifact was claimed by Kravis in lieu of gold because he considered it more valuable to him, And any of the other mundane items or lesser magical items are probably still locked away in a secure location, which he does not tell you.
That's understandable.
Cool. Eh, I didn't need it anyway.
Alright, I will go back to the group and share this information. Oh, hi, Rihanna.
Hey.
You sleep through all of this?
Yeah, I did. Ooh,
You sound terrible.
yeah. Things have been a little difficult.
Tell me about it.
Oh, from the looks of these guys, it looks like you guys have had kind of a rough day.
We made a new friend, though. I'll point at the large automaton.
Oh my. Wow. Where'd you
Cupcake?
find this?
He pulled me out of a building.
You sound like my other character. Obsessed with sugars. You actually sound like him. I offer. My friend was here. He would say, "Yep, this is what my player would do."
So can somebody, I guess, introduce / explain to me who our new player is? Because apparently I have neither in person nor in character met this individual.
Well, in person, he's the one I live with.
Gotcha.
Oh, since he's not going to speak up, in character, he's a 7-foot warforged who is, at the moment, hovering between bandaging up random people or stirring multiple pots of stew that everyone else, sort of passed out while trying to feed the rescue effort.
Oh.
I'll wave him
Cool.
over.
He also has a barrister's stand where he is writing up legal documentation between bandaging people and cooking.
Oh my goodness.
So yes, he spends like 10 seconds at a time working on each task.
Oh my goodness.
No one gets to write
Okay.
down with that perfect handwriting skill. One word every 10 seconds.
Okay, well, I would say Rihanna would just kind of like look at him, just kind of like stare for a bit, kind of walk circle around him, just kind of like, okay. Look to Trevor and be like, did you buy this or what is this? I'm sorry.
No, he pulled me out of a ruined building and gave me a cupcake. And that's kind of how the rest of the day went.
A tiny demon person as well?
Excuse me? Demon person?
Okay,
There is Fleshbag. There is
Hey.
Fleshling. There is Tiny Cat Person. And now, Tiny Demon Person.
Sure, whatever. I guess you just call it as you see it, dude.
I mean, we've been called worse.
Out of
Oh.
character. Okay.
What?
I love the character so much. In character, he's kind of just not in the mood.
Oh, well, yeah, no, I mean, this is great, guys. I love this.
I want to be good friends with the wolf. No.
So, okay. And, flesh bags, small cats, small lizard dude, tiny demon person. And what are you?
I am the third make of the Imperial Army of the Andarian League.
God, I look at her, I'm like, really?
Look, I don't know. But I mean, he seems friendly and he's really good at healing.
Does his team
Great.
watching us?
Where's Michael?
I think he's passed out in the Baga dimension.
Oh.
Actually, when you guys were coming back from the dead Temple of Deadly Death, he decided he was going to go off and do good while you guys regrouped. So
Oh God, he's out there
he's off.
unsupervised.
He's off doing good, and that's all he told you.
Great.
I go over to Price and say, maybe for us we could go with the insanity plea for me and Janja. Oh, by the way, you see that small devil girl? She has internal injuries. Maybe you should attend to her.
Oh no!
Whoa,
Yes.
I must attend to her.
What? No, wait. Ish, I'm gonna. Oh.
You know what? At about this time, also a group of a platoon of the GIF come in, and their sergeant in charge says, "Break for mess," and they all go and start, getting in line for chow.
Love the fucking hippos.
Oh my God,
no,
I'm
sir.
so confused right now.
Sir, Commander,
Yes.
I actually made one pot for each. Go.
Ah, good. So they pick up the pots and walk over where they can sit down to eat.
What's your name, big metal robot looking dude? I don't even know what to call you. I'm sorry.
Prize right.
Prize right.
How old are you?
Okay.
I am 850 years old.
Wow.
So
wow.
technically, by fleshling standards, I am only 38.
Fletchlings.
I actually don't remember. Isn't Trevor technically the youngest of the group right now?
Probably. Maybe John just a little bit younger.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how old.
How old is?
y'all are.
Wait, how old is whoever it was? Was it Ish?
I'm
old's your
probably
character?
around 35, 38 years.
Probably the youngest.
Yeah, I was gonna say if I could remember how old she was supposed to be when we started all this, I'm gonna say Rihanna's mid-30s.
Yeah, I'd say from the first game, we're going to call it about 3 to 5 years in game.
Yeah.
Because
That's
you guys
the
have
same.
done a little bit of dimension hopping, which might throw off the calendar a tad bit.
Yeah, so she's about 35.
About 30.
We're
So
old,
I
you
am, because I
guys.
made Trevor my age, and I just turned 27, so.
I was gonna say, man, our characters are old. I'm surprised we're still alive.
After some of the recent events, I'm surprised you're still alive.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, to be fair, some of us have, crossed over and come back. So, I mean, just saying.
Do you have another head?
Okay.
I might need it.
Are you
Okay.
what?
This is just the weirdest fucking game.
Andy,
So
it's no
unfortunately-
different than normal.
Yeah, there is no normal in our game.
Apologies
It's
for-
always weird.
No, I was gonna say, what are you saying? Are you?
I'm saying that right
Oh.
now. I've got a squadron of hippo men who are eating the soup that a big warforged made for them in between bandaging up random kids and giving them soggy cupcakes. This is weird, even by my standards.
Oh,
And
I
writing
agree.
up legal documents.
And writing up legal documents.
Yeah, yeah. No, I agree. That is weird. That's really weird.
Exactly.
It's pretty normal.
We're changing our
now-
name to Chaotic Stupids.
That
Hey,
is, that,
Andy,
I'm
I do
for
have
it.
a question.
Yes.
Do I actually believe that there's any legal basis that I could use to get their stuff back?
Give me an intelligence check.
I propose the insanity plea.
Can I use my barrister's skill?
Yes, you can.
I could technically go to them and say that the hat they confiscated from John Joe, that it's actually mine, that he took it from me at some point.
Okay.
Could
Prize.
not claim it that way.
In this particular case, if they have admitted to you that they started the fight, you believe that the wrong party, who actually won the fight to top it all off, has the stronger legal claim in this case.
We could just go have a conversation with the guy, and by we, I mean I will.
What are you talking about? You think you're the only person that can negotiate?
Rihanna, I love you, but your idea of negotiating is coming up behind them and shanking them in the kidney with a fucking pepper.
That's assault.
You're the 3 kobolds in a trench coat now. We need to do
Yep.
that.
Yep, that's about what it is.
And again, I mean that in the nicest possible way.
Oh, whatever.
But this guy wasn't in the wrong.
Trevor, honey.
I mean,
Trevor.
You okay?
You're not wrong.
I know I'm not wrong, and the fact that you're telling me that I'm right is terrifying.
Well, I just figured it was better than having you go on for 10 more minutes trying to defend what you're saying to me about me. But you're not wrong. But, I'm just used
Why
to
am I
the way I do things.
Why am I a responsible person now? I'm in charge of 2 people.
You're in charge of this entire group.
Yeah, it's funny that your character's the youngest, yet you seem to be the responsible adult in the group.
I don't know how this happened, and then I got 2 followers with me that I need to look out for, and I don't know what to do with.
Well, I pick up followers of my own. Just trying to follow your example.
Followers?
I will introduce Rihanna to Reginald and Bernard.
Yes, Trevor has 2 early 20s guys that are, they're damn near passed out on their feet after this long day of trying to actually save people, but they stay within earshot of Trevor at all times.
Mm. Oh, I'll lean over, look past Trevor, look at him and go, hi. Where'd you find these guys?
Trevor leans into you, Trevor, and says, is this the one that you warned us about, High Lord Vindicator?
Yeah, just Trevor, please.
High Lord Trevor.
Warned them about Trevor? What is it that you need to warn people about? Jiminy Christmas. Hi, guys. I'm just an extremely friendly, outgoing kind of person here.
Who stabs people in the back and steals her stuff.
I didn't say that completely.
Wow.
I was inferring it from this conversation.
Wow. Thanks, Trevor. I'm glad to know what you think of me for real.
I don't really think that about... I mean, I did...
Well, no, Bernard is flipping through the notes. Has bad ideas, stabs people, steals your stuff.
Shut up! No. She is a fantastic person. She just sometimes makes bad decisions like people are wont to do.
Out of character, I love tormenting Trevor, by the way.
I know you do.
Yeah. Because
like...
he's writing down makes bad decisions in his notebook under Rihanna's name.
Bernard, is that your name, dear?
Yes, ma'am.
Come here a second.
Be gentle.
I don't bite.
Gentle.
Hard. Come here.
He looks over at Trevor.
Oh my god, you have been so well trained, Trevor.
I have bandages just in case.
Oh my god, this automaton dude's gonna take everything I say literally. Oh, this is gonna be a nightmare for Rihanna.
It really will be.
Oh. I love it. I'm ready for the challenge, people.
I'm going to start drinking more during these games, guys. I just see it happening.
No, don't do
Bernard, darling, come here.
I can talk to her. Like, I mean, I'm not going to tell you who you can and can't talk to.
I didn't say
She's
he
a
didn't
stand-
take a step closer, but
Oh, well, she'll just kind of stand there with like a hand out, just kind of like a finger, kind of like, come here. Oh my gosh.
I'm waiting for you to finish your thought. You know, you're just like, are you trying to lead him further away from the group, or you just want him to come where you can talk to him?
I'm trying to get him to come to me.
Okay, yeah, he'll take a step closer.
Oh, okay. Come on, a little closer. Not gonna bite.
Okay, he's within arm's reach.
I'll put my hand on his shoulder. I'm gonna say, listen, darling. The problem is, I'm a more free spirit than Trevor here. Bless his sad little soul.
Dad.
You see, he's so much more bound by always doing good that he's so stressed all the time and super tightly wound.
Where are you going
And
with this?
so, whatever he says about some of us, it's not, you know, always 100% accurate, nor is it the thing that we always do.
So you didn't assassinate people and make a deal with the devil?
Well, those two things are facts, and those are true. But
But she's not a bad person.
Reginald leans in. Hi, Lord Trevor. I thought that was actually the definition of being a bad person.
well, sweeties, that the assassination things. And
Actually,
I lower my voice at
fine.
this point because the automaton's kind of like creeping me out. And I kind of lean towards the two guys, and I'm like, so the assassination things, guys, that was his business. That's not because, you know, I'm like this horrible, evil person. And things that were not business, that was definitely personal. I don't know what Trevor's told you, but I have had people very close to me, loved ones, who were murdered by very horrible, bad people. So yes,
I get the personal
think
backstory out of it, out of respect.
it's okay.
But you also
So-
sold your soul to a devil to get out of a curse?
And I look at him and I kind of raise an eyebrow. I'm like, what would you do if you knew that there was a dragon that was hunting you that wanted to kill you?
Prepare a legal defense.
Oh my god.
You don't have to sit to
Like Siri.
So boys, what I'm trying to tell you is this group of people right here, these at least these three individuals, and I point to Ish and Jonja and Trevor, these people are essentially my family. And I would never do anything to them.
I did say that part in all fairness, out of character.
I know.
They were
that was
just,
out of character.
I believe that for the most part, you just, you know, you've told them a few stories, and it's like, whenever they have an idea, don't listen to them. I think that was sort of how you described it.
I think so. But that's fair.
Yes, and then you just gave them examples of why they shouldn't listen.
And I told him, I said, so, here's the deal. I would protect these people with my life. So, anybody fucks with my family, they will get the demon girl side of me. And I look over my shoulder right way as I say that.
Why are you looking at me?
Trevor's sweet. He's got a lot of issues. Anyway.
No, actually,
Honey.
you're not. Never mind.
Yeah. Trevor. So, good for you. I don't know what you're doing. Why are they calling you high? What the hell is going on? I'm so confused. At that point, I just basically kind of like am like dismissing those two without really, you know, much more of a
Okay.
care. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Turn to Trevor. I'm like, okay, so. Wow.
I kind of went on this bender. I had like this dream about a death cult of Shar, and I kind of went after them, and I destroyed it, sort of. But
Oh, that's what we were
They-
gonna do. That was our plan all along.
yeah, but I was told to go take care of it, so I took care of it, and they were there, and they were young and they didn't really know any better, so I gave them an option, and they're like, okay, we'll follow you. So now I have them, and Vindicator's an old title. I don't know where they got it from, but it's there now, and
Sir,
Yeah,
you,
it's
you
a
told
Zarya
us
thing.
you told us that
Young
the
is
paladins of
explainably-
Zarya would be known as Vindicators.
Mm.
that character, I didn't remember if I said that or not.
Okay.
You've used it enough times that I'm gonna make it canon.
As-
So I will correct that statement then. That it's
Okay. As Trevor is telling me all of this, Rietta's just gonna get this big smile on her face, and she's just gonna be trying to stifle giggles and laughs and say, "You're a cult leader now. I'm so proud of
It is
you."
not a cult. It is a
Oh.
following of a angel.
Yeah, it's a
He's
cool.
just behind her and saying, "It's cold."
It's not a-
I look
Started
back
cult.
over at the two guys
Started the
and the way
cult.
they're just like watching Trevor's every move for what to do. I look at them, I look back at Trevor, I'm like, oh no, honey, you're a cult leader. These guys are gonna be so easy to brainwash. Ooh, this could be
And
fun.
no.
I look at Ish and Janja and I'm like, we're gonna have some fun.
Pointed
I will
look
hurt you physically.
at-
Yes.
Pockets
You see, it's his eyes just widen like.
They are mine to protect. I will throw hands over this.
At,
Why did I say
at
throw
the
hands?
mention of physically injuring, he opens up the red hatch.
Oh, no.
It's just an expression.
Just in case.
Oh no,
Fair
no.
enough.
He will. He will. He'll try to kill me. I'm just
You will
totally
not
going with
try to
this.
kill. When have I ever tried to kill you? Even
Point-
when you thought I was spying for you, even though I really was.
Point
mean,
of
wait.
order.
No, I wasn't. You know what? Fuck it, I was.
Point of order. A cult requires 4 members.
I mean, technically there is 4 because Zoriel's out there somewhere. It's not a cult.
It's a cool.
Andy, your face just says it all. I love this.
This is just the weirdest game ever. I don't even.
And imagine.
And I'm the
Why-
guy who throws
imagine
bugger
if
in at
Michael-
random just to break things
Oh, I know.
up.
Oh, and also,
Imagine if Michael
oh,
was
the
here right
cold
now too.
pocket.
Can you imagine how much worse this would be right now?
You know,
I'm
and,
gonna go.
and if he
I'm-
had a better internet connection, he would be.
I know. Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
Did you guys want to accomplish anything else?
I'm
Fine,
going to
enough.
I'm going to get Rihanna and I say, hey, let's leave the cult members aside for a little bit. Let them come to terms with what they are. I need to talk
It's
to you
not
for
a
little-
cult.
Sure, it's not a cult. Don't worry, Trevor.
it's just and I do air quotes. It's just a group of followers. Anyway,
Right.
and I'll put my hand on Itch's shoulder and just kind of start pushing him away from the group. Like, okay, so what's up, buddy?
Hey, so, well, I was in prison for a little bit, right? And,
Did you win or lose the fight?
well, technically I had to give up the fight because, Janja fell down a little bit too easy, though. So, technically I didn't lose, but I didn't win.
That was a great that was a great part of my life. You don't talk.
Um,
Sweetie, it's fine. You know, we've all been there. I can't even tell you how many times I've been in prison.
No, we're just standing
Yeah.
in the middle of the street.
Anyway,
anyways, that's not exactly what I want to talk about.
now you're hardcore.
But you have a pact with that devil you guys see, right? That Corvus, I believe is his name.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
How is he as a what do you call him, master? I doubt you call him High Lord Vindicator. But how does he treat you?
I call Corvus. Corvus, get in here.
Well, so far we haven't had a lot of if you're referring to the deal I made with him, we haven't had a lot of interaction yet because it's kind of a really open-ended thing in order to pay off my debt to him for what he did. I just have to and I move us a little further away from the automaton. I'm like, God, I hope he doesn't have good hearing. And lower my voice a little bit more. I'm like, I just have to recruit a certain number of souls, which I know sounds awful, but let's be real. There's a lot of really horrible, shitty people out there that deserve worse than that. So, yeah, I mean, it's not like he shows up and like demands things from me. So far it's pretty cool. I mean, I just have to, in order to get I guess the piece of my soul back from him that I gave up.
Right.
Which, let me tell you that Trevor and Michael and them, they think I did that without a second thought. What they don't realize is that really, it worries me a lot because I did it so that I would not die by that dragon's hand. And because I need to find my son.
Yeah.
At some point, I at this point I kind of feel like he'd totally be better off without me because I haven't been with him since he was very young. But and this is a point where you'll see Rihanna just look extremely tired and extremely sad and just kind of like shoulders slump and just be like,
Don't worry about it. I can help you on that as much as I can.
Yeah, well, Trevor has a problem with it. Michael has a problem with it.
Everybody has a problem with everything. For a lot of things.
Well, the thing is, though,
especially people like us.
Trevor and Michael, they've been my family. We've had each other's backs. They care about me. Michael, for whatever reason, I think he's a little touched in the head because the fact that that boy is completely insane because he's in love with me, and I am not the kind of person he should be all moony-eyed over because, let's be real, I'm a shitty person.
Silas.
I think that's up to personal opinions.
Yeah.
Like, you could be a leader of a cult who wants to forcefully turn you into a bestial piece of human, force you into a pact so that you recruit more followers, so that your god comes and destroys the whole world himself instead of some other deific being.
Well, I guess
sounds
when
pretty
you put it
bad,
that way, yeah.
I feel like you know something about our backstory that never came out right then.
The reason I ask is, so when I was in jail, this pact I have it's not as a sweet deal as what you have with Horus. I literally have, well, not a monkey on my shoulder, a snake.
Yes.
Who is annoying. Let's be very blunt about it. But this deal was not of my own choosing, and it's something that I want to undo, right? Or change.
Really?
And during this time, during the time I've been with you guys, I've heard about Corvus. I know you had a pact with him. and he appeared in my cell at night, and we talked a bit about maybe the possibility, but I want to make sure I'm not, if I do take it, I'm not walking into the same thing I have with my current patron right now. It's not a done deal or anything.
Right.
But
Well, to be clear, Corvus is not my patron. He's just a low-level demon devil that I made a deal with to get out of shit. My patron is actually a fiend, and I mean, obviously, part demon myself, as the big metal dude referred to me as Little Demon Girl. I'm actually of the line of Grits. Grits. Sorry.
No. Wow.
So, yeah. I mean, do you still want to be a warlock and have the powers that you have?
I'm not gonna lie. Powers are sweet, but there's a thing. I don't like ties. Not. There's a difference between ties with people you want and ties to people you don't want. And mine is of the latter, to an extreme point. And I'm trying. I've tried for a long time trying to find a way to sever it.
So you didn't choose this? This was put on you?
Yeah. I used to be a guide in Cholt. And pretty good one, but thing is that Cholt is filled with a lot of things, and among them are these the UNT, these snake people. And on one of my trips through the jungles, they captured me. I was human at one point, not anymore. And after that ritual, I don't know why, but they saw me as maybe a worthy candidate to serve their snake deity, and that's kind of how I was forced into this. He doesn't have a grip on my soul, but it's still inconvenient to a certain extent. The power is great, like
kind of intoxicating, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's really addictive. But
yeah.
Personal liberty is also something that has its perks as well. And
yeah, well, I think that's probably the main difference between you and I is that I asked for this, but just a little bit, because I just needed a little extra help at a time when we were dealing with some very powerful, very awful, nasty people. And yes, the things that I do know how to do that my patron has granted me has been helpful, but I also have a lot of free will because he doesn't really demand anything of me. As a matter of fact, half the time when I sit down and I try to do a little prayer and ask him for something, he basically ignores me. So
yeah, I feel the same way. Yeah.
Well,
just
do you want to be human again?
Yes. This appearance is not for going into town on a stroll at all.
Oh, I know, trust me. Purple, horns, tail. People so that's why the whole disguising myself all the time.
Yeah. That was one thing that Corvus kind of told me, that if I took his deal, he could kind of put me back to my original appearance. So it's I'm not gonna lie, his deal is very tempting.
what? I mean, do you mind my asking the specifics? What is it that he wants of you?
Well, he essentially tells me that I would have like 3 things I would need to do for him, that in some way have to like help him in his, I guess you could say, going up the ladder with
Yeah,
the
he's
rest
kind
of
of
the
power
devils.
hungry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
I mean,
all devils are, I think.
I know. It's funny though. He's
Yeah.
actually a little bit ambitious. I'm a little proud of him, but scared at the same time.
Yeah, so I'm not. If I do, it's not gonna be anytime soon. But seeing as you're the only one that is in more or less under the same circumstances.
Yeah. What do you mind my asking what it is that he has asked you to do? Oh, really?
Well, he hasn't asked too much. He told me that I would be a little bit more free.
Hmm.
Like for example, stopping Donavar would be one. Seeing as Donavar is a devil, consecrated in the hell.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
I think he's gonna be kind of a difficult opponent for us because I mean we're all mortal.
oh yeah.
I mean, and I agree.
Uh,
It needs to be done anyway. But yeah, that's a big ask. Wow.
yeah, yeah. We're going that way regardless. But
Yeah. So yeah. Sure.
yeah,
It's
he
not like
told me
yeah.
that if I do it, he would more or less nudge me like, "Hey, if you do this, that's one mark off of it." Uh, and yeah, I essentially have 3 of those acts to do, and then he will give me back my soul, I guess.
Mm, yeah, it's the same thing he told me.
Yeah, it's a little unnerving giving up my soul, but at the same time,
The whole
it
thing or
might
just a
be.
portion?
I think I honestly did not look into those specifics, but I think choosing one of my own will is probably a little bit better. I probably would rather not having it, though I've missed these awesome powers, but getting rid of that and having a little bit more freedom for myself is, I think, the better of the two.
Yeah. But did he
uh,
ask for your entire soul or just part of it?
I believe, and this is where Andy can tell me if I'm wrong, I believe he said part of my soul.
No, he's basically he has a mortgage on your soul until you pay back the favors.
Okay.
Right.
It's the same
So
thing he's
my
got
entire
going
soul.
with Rihanna. Your soul is collateral until you pay off the debt.
Okay.
Right.
Right.
But
Well, well,
just
considering that you're in the situation you're in against your will and not happy about it, versus potentially having your soul being trapped in hell forever once you die, almost the same.
yeah,
Well,
yeah, it'd be like changing one deal for another. But I guess I just wanted to talk about it.
well, it's
But
just so you know, I mean, it's totally your decision, and I don't know what your former life was like. Like I said, I did mine because I had reasons. But you won't face this by yourself.
yeah,
Whatever these
this
tasks are, you know you're gonna have. If nothing else, I will be there by your side helping.
that's actually very nice. This, and I kind of point to Trevor and everybody. This whole group is something I never had. I mean, I had a friend, but a friend, and most of my adult life being a guide and stuff like that is a very solitary type of a job.
Right.
So this is new for me.
Well, think perhaps we can work on these things together then, because honestly, I've got some ideas of how I was going to do what I need to get done for Corvus. But the thing is, I'm gonna need some help probably, and Trevor's not gonna like it, so I wasn't even gonna ask. Michael would probably like have an aneurysm if I told him my plan. Which that's what makes it hard. It felt really lonely because the two people that I love and care about and can rely on are so opposed to what I did and will very, very much hate what I plan to try to do.
I could try to give you a hand with your part as well. We can make a deal like that.
Yeah.
Because I'm the newbie. Well, not anymore. Now we got Mr. Metal Man. But
So did he just like attach himself like a little puppy dog to Trevor or what?
I have no idea.
Okay.
We fought that huge thunder snake thing, and I saw him on the other roof give me a thumbs up. I'm like, who the heck are you? And then I saw him bandaging everybody else, so I'm like, okay, apparently you're our medic, I guess.
Oh, wait though. Didn't you, who was it? Somebody said that a cult technically. Oh, yeah, he said a cult has to have 4 members. Well, if he's kind of like sort of attached to Trevor, you got Trevor, Bernard, what's his face, and Middleman. That's 4. It's a cult.
Yeah.
It's totally a cult. Yeah, totally.
And jumping back over to Prize just for a minute, because this is getting very saccharine over here. Prize, as you're cooking the food for all the gift, the commander comes over and offers you a job as the cook on their ship.
An official position?
Yes, we are in need of a new cook. The current cook is, well, we will just promote him up to, assistant gunnery.
That is a very tempting offer.
We can pay you in gunpowder if you like.
Computing. I do not think I can accept your position.
Well, thank you for the food anyway, and he hands you a grenade as a tip.
Oh, yes.
So that'll be that's a 1d8 fire damage you can throw out. Add that to your one-time use items, and they will pack up and head back out because apparently they have been contracted to aid in the relief effort.
So hold, Commander.
Yes.
I will make you a deal. I will train your current cook so as to impart my knowledge onto him before I leave.
That will not be necessary. While he is an adequate cook, we would you are a more adequate cook. But he does know what he is doing. But thank you for the offer. And he hands you a second grenade. Company,
Thank you.
head out. And they shoulder their muskets and they march off.
The hell is
So
the
Prize
monocle?
will look over to Janja and Trevor and go, I do not know what this is.
I'll hold my hand out.
I hand it to you.
Do I know what it is?
Yes, you've seen a grenade before. You light the fuse, you throw it, it explodes.
Nope. I will pocket that.
He has his second one in his other hand.
Oh yeah, you better make sure you hide those from Rihanna.
That is theft. Must
Would
we
you-
go to a court of law?
Would you mind if I kept one?
It is mine.
I will
Oh my
hand it
God.
back.
I
Now
will
we've
accept it back.
Wouldn't it be just easy to give him like a gold coin for it?
You guys tip in gold, the gift tip in high explosives.
I will take a roll of bandages and make a bandolier and stick the grenades on it.
Okay.
I'm assuming that's how the GIF we're wearing them.
They probably have them, because I have a figurine of them. So they look like this, except they're much, much taller. But they do look like British naval officers. So yes, they have a bandolier that is partly, ammunition and partly grenades.
So basically, I will fashion whatever I need to temporarily so as to wear them the same way that the GIF were, because I do not actually understand what it is.
Okay.
I think that it's like a clothing accessory.
Oh God, when you get into a firefight, it's gonna be hell.
He just wears them as earring.
We'll explain to our new friend what that is exactly.
At this point, I imagine Ish and Rihanna finish their talking and come back.
This small thing is a weapon of war?
Not war. Think of it as a weapon of extreme self-defense.
What are we talking about, Trevor?
Extreme self-defense.
And here's another example of a weapon of self-defense. I motioned to Rihanna.
What?
The demon?
She's not a demon. She's a tiefling. She's a person.
You know what? As they're saying this, I will use my ability to change myself, and I will make myself look just like Trevor, just to fuck with the middleman.
I will use Altered Self and also do the same thing.
So yeah, this is a what the fuck?
Oh, you have all become the person I like the least of the group.
Wow.
3 meat bags.
Make that cult member revoke.
In the words of Eric Cartman, screw you guys, I'm going home.
I will switch back to my normal self because Rihanna.
Oh no, I'm saying as Trevor. As long as I can keep it up, I'm saying as Trevor.
So, Rihanna, I
Yes.
understand that you have internal injuries.
No, I do not. I'm fine. Thank you, though, darling.
I turn to Char and say, "Hi, Lord Vindicator. What are our orders? What does the cult need?"
Can I cast the spell Mad? I don't have any spell slots, never mind. I use it to help people.
Always keep one to dispel antics.
Nah, I
walk
drop
away.
Alter Self after that.
Right way, correct?
Prize right.
Prize right. I am so sorry. Out of character, I am shit with names.
Well, you guys have weird names.
Yes, no.
I do not.
What?
Trevor's totally boring. Anyway, but he's human.
Fuck you guys.
Love you, Danny. Mwah.
No. I quit. I'm going home. Fuck, I am.
No, I do not have internal injuries. I don't know who told you that. I'm fine. There's nothing wrong with me.
It was
I'm
Tiny
unharmed.
Mage Man.
Tiny Mage Man.
And that's when I hold up the writ that I've been doing for this entire time that is his legal defense. In the name, it does say Tiny Mage Man.
Is that Ish? Out of character.
And I'm gonna say,
Yes, it
"Excuse
is.
me, I thought we agreed you're to call me Fleshling."
You cannot put Fleshling on a legal document.
Why not?
That is not your name.
Tiny Mage Man is not my name. as well, good sir. My name is Ish.
It
Or
is?
if you prefer my entire name, Ish Ashu.
Oh, well, I filled
Well,
out
she
all
has
of
this
this paperwork incorrectly then.
Yes, there appears to be a malfunction in your metallic components.
Andy,
Uh-oh.
are you okay?
You know, this has just really gone a long ways from we're going to find and attack the bounty hunter a second time to get our stuff back to we're just going to make fun of Trevor.
Talking about that, did Trevor tell us that Travis took my staff?
I tried to, but people just stopped paying attention, so I stopped.
What?
Oh.
I'm sorry, Trevor. Were you saying something, darling?
No, it's fine. Keep going. I can be petty too.
Oh, I know.
I'm surprised you didn't walk away.
I said I walked away.
Oh, okay.
See how far?
So while
So Trevor walks out.
Prize Right and Ish are having this conversation, I'm just kind of like really intently checking out the automaton because I'm like, this is just the strangest thing I've never seen before. And I notice he's got the new edition of a bandolier with some grenades attached to him, and I'm like, hey, where'd you get those? And I reach up and touch one of them.
He doesn't seem to notice. He's furiously rewriting all of the paperwork he had already written.
God, if I had my sheet and a set of dice, I would totally roll sleight of hand to see if I could pick it off of him just for fun. But I don't.
I can roll on this side if you remember your
it's
stats.
like plus a million, so.
You know what? Hold on a second. I can pull up your character sheet and I can roll.
Oh, you can.
So.
Whoop.
I have a total of +5 to perception.
And Pocket, you called it just the wrong person. Okay, where is sleight of hand? There it is.
And like +9 or 11 or something.
Okay.
Holy crap.
You know, yeah, you, Joanna, you now have one grenade. Prize, you now have one
I just
grenade.
want to look. I just
okay.
I just want to look at it.
Oh, okay. You're going to put
I
it back?
wasn't planning to keep it. Well, not yet. I'm going to sit here and I'm just going to look at it and like sniff it. It's like, I don't know what it is. So.
And I did explain what it was. I don't know if you overheard it or not.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have probably seen, you've been around Bugger for a little while.
Oh, yeah.
You recognize, explosives. They may not be the most common thing, but, people know roughly what gunpowder does.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it like it's a weird thing. I'm like,
what are we doing?
What is that?
So, you know what? For right now, I'll just stick it in my bag that I have on my side just for now.
Okay, so Prize, you have one grenade left.
Fair.
Cool. That might come in handy.
But I'm also giving you a plot point for the whole furiously rewriting all of the documents.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was funny.
So, where'd Trevor go? Huh. Well.
I scanned the horizon for Trevor.
Okay, make a
Specifically,
roll.
I scan for the Bernard and Reggie, the cult members. Because Trevor's not far from there.
Make a perception roll. Come on, one. Come on, one.
Don't. Okay.
It's pretty crowded on the streets right now. There's a lot of people coming and going.
Darn. I was hoping to catch Trevor, preaching the word of Zariel to attract more members.
Where did Trevor go?
Well, I'm not that far away. I'm petting my Pegasus.
Okay. In that case, I think Ish is just looking in the opposite direction, and you're staring at Ish while he tries to scan through the darkness.
Well,
So what
Sounds about-
is the state of the city at this point?
There's a lot of, like I said before, a lot of buildings are knocked over. It's not completely destroyed, but it's going to take them. They're going to. This was a merchant city, and business is going to be slow for a few months at least while they get things reordered. There'll be some shops that'll definitely be able to reopen soon.
So
But are they
shops?
still like pulling injured people out from underneath stuff, or is it beyond that point?
It's beyond that point. At this, I mean, there's probably still missing people, but in the area you're in, they think they've gotten about as much as they can do, and other than a few buildings that are missing a wall and that sort of thing. But the relief effort is more at this point. People who have nowhere to go are sort of coming here to get some food and to try to figure out where they can go for shelter. But the emergency part of it seems to have passed.
So there's little that we can do
Yes.
realistically at this point.
Yes.
Other than maybe go through all the rubble and find some really cool items to, abscond with. Ha 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 ha.
That is theft.
That was
I look at Rihanna and kind of give her like, yeah.
Flushling, let us go deal with your legal predicament.
Oh man.
You tell
Sorry.
me when you find the appropriate authorities to present those papers to. I imagine with all that is happening, they are a little bit busy with the effort than worrying about one criminal.
Prize is going to start marching off towards the castle, or wherever the government
Okay.
functions.
Yeah.
are.
This isn't a kingdom city. This is more ruled by a council, but you can look for the most official building you can see.
That sounds very reasonable.
I would also point out it's probably close to midnight at this point. I don't think that's going to slow him down, though.
It is not.
Okay. So, yeah, Prize is headed for basically City Hall. Is anybody following Prize?
Nope.
Okay. So,
I'm trying to see if the moonlight reflects off shiny skin.
So it's dark.
yes.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm going to, once again, to totally blow Prize's mind, I'm going to using my cloak of the bat, I am just gonna be like, be back, and I'm just gonna fly away.
Okay.
Because basically what it is, I just want to do like an aerial of the area to see, if there's anything crazy that needs to be dealt with, I guess.
Well, there is a small panic when someone suddenly starts flying around all the people who are already distressed. So, there's a small commotion when you take off.
I can't do it stealthily.
Well,
Never mind.
Come down. I got a way you can do it.
It's already too late. People are already.
Yeah, you didn't say you snuck off and did it. You just said you did it. So.
Yeah. It's alright.
Fair enough.
Okay.
So, when I get there, is there like a door, or is it like an open communal kind of thing?
Well, there's a door that's closed because it's night.
Okay, I will go up and I will knock.
Okay. No one answers.
Silly meatbags. I will standing at the door directly in front of it so as to block anyone from coming or going, go into my hibernation mode until someone comes to open the door.
That is fair. Okay.
Dead. Ow.
What are you doing, Jonja?
Oh no, it's just.
Oh, okay.
I've got my computer up and running, so I'm going to switch over. I'll be back in a
Okay.
minute.
All right. Is anyone else doing anything?
I'm wanting to find my stuff because I don't know what's going on and I want to do something.
Okay. I don't know what to roll for this. So, Jonja, let's make it an intelligence check to see if you can come up with any good ideas. Jonja just starts walking around. Have you seen my stuff? Have you seen my stuff?
I go around asking people. I guess search under random.
I think you're just like looking at everybody trying to find anyone who has your stuff. When you know who has your stuff, he showed it to you when he taunted you.
Hello.
Oh. Okay, so I assume at some point the rest of you are going to go to sleep also.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
I'm going to leave it up to you guys because I know, with Carrie just now officially joining us, it's been like 3.5 hours. You guys want to go for another 30 minutes or an hour or so, or what's everybody's schedule like?
I'm good to stay.
I think
I at most half an hour.
Okay. So we'll go for another half hour or so. All right. So for everyone who wanted to go to sleep, you can. If anyone wants to stay up and loot, let me know. Okay, Rihanna.
I'm doing that too.
I think you need to do an investigation to find something worth looting.
I'm gonna join Rihanna on the. Well, is Rihanna doing this from the sky?
No, we cannot hear you. Okay. She can correct me in a moment if she wants to, but I assume that the best looting comes from actually skulking around through the shadows looking for stuff.
All right. So I'm gonna accompany her.
Okay. Jonja, are you joining them on the looting?
How about now?
Yes, now we
Yeah.
can hear you.
Cool. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
actually, I said I was going to have him go to sleep.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to accompany her using ghostly gaze to peer
Okay.
through the rubble.
In that case, I'll let you do an investigation at advantage to find things worth looting.
Essentially, my actually, I was sort of just being stupid earlier, but yeah, I mean, if I see something cool, yeah, but no, actually, since everything has been sort of semi-destroyed, my first order of business is try to find Ish and Jonja's items that were confiscated and see if there's any way whatsoever of being able to retrieve them because everything's in chaos.
Okay.
See, I'm not doing it just to be a jerk.
Yeah.
I have
Unfortunately, no one actually stopped to talk to Trevor to find out what he learned, so all you have to go on is what John just says, and I don't know if John just told you who
But
has his stuff.
I thought Trevor said he told us everything after he talked to that person.
Did you say that, Trevor?
I think so.
Oh, okay. So,
yeah, that was one of the first things I heard.
Okay. Sorry, it's been kind of confusing.
Oh, no, you're fine.
In that case, you would be trying to find a very specific Dragonborn who would have been given the items that belong to Ish.
And it's like there's someone in the party who has the easy ability to find both of those, but
Jonja knows who has his stuff, and I will say that's up to Jonja if he's revealed it.
Yeah, I would say he did.
Okay, so Jonja has explained to you guys that one of the higher ranking, a half dragon who is borderline nobility around here, has the medallion.
Has the real face of a female dog.
I think it's better to go against the dragon with my stuff. then
That's what I was thinking. Let's try to get that stuff back, being how you said you wanted to, help me with stuff.
yeah. Because going against nobility right off the bat after we get out of jail, probably not the best move.
Yes, but that's why we use disguise self.
I will also remind you, Ish, you've been fighting several hours ago and haven't rested. Is this something you want to do without taking a rest?
Well, I recovered my spell slots with short rests.
Oh, that's right. Okay. So,
And I'm not looking to fight. I'm just looking to find some things.
Yeah, I'm not looking to get into a fight. I'm looking for recon, at least knowing where it is or where he's staying.
All right, that's still going to be an investigation. Try to learn something about him.
All right. Is it separate roles or is it
separate, or one of you can do it at advantage?
So I was just basically, like I said, I flew up to kind of like get an idea airily what the town looked like, and when I was done, I'd come back down.
Okay.
Ish.
Right. Yeah, I'll use. Well, I have both Devil Sight, and Ghostly Gaze, so I'll use those.
This is more of trying. This is less perception and trying to figure out where to even start looking. It's a big city, after all.
I will give Rihanna advantage.
On what?
An investigation check to find out where to begin looking.
I don't know, my investigation isn't very good, but I'll do it.
I have no bonuses, literally.
Well, you both sort of compare notes, and you realize the only thing you know about this guy is he's a dragonborn bounty hunter, and that gives you.
Yeah, I got an 11.
That's the one I wanted to get.
That gives you absolutely no idea of where to look for him at.
Yeah. But,
yeah, so maybe we'll try looking for him again tomorrow.
Yeah, stuff isn't gonna go anywhere. I mean, we're in the middle of a city who just got ravaged by a huge elemental creature.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, you wanna look for anything else that might be fun?
Among the rubble? Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, I'll let you do a perception at advantage-ish because you've got, the ghostly gaze and everything.
Yeah.
All right.
I've also got, and I'm sure he probably has the same thing, but like, doesn't Eldritch Sight, doesn't that let me see anything that's magic?
Yeah. You'd be able to see magic through, with at least through some stuff. So
1 foot of stone.
Okay. So the 21's pretty good. So you're able to start, looking around, trying to find things. You come across what's left of the shop of the elven woman that sent you to the, the dead dungeon. Of course, she's, trying to scavenge anything she can from her toppled over building, and she looks quite distressed by the whole thing. But if you want to keep looking, I'm going to say that anyone who had a building that contained magical items, they're probably, even now trying to reclaim their own gear. If you want to try to, get around them and retrieve some items, I'll let you do a stealth check.
Oh, yeah. Before that, I'm going to cast invisibility on Rihanna because I'm no stealth.
Okay. Well...
Oh, I rolled a 25.
Yeah. So she barely even needs it as she slips into one shop, and let me just see what you come out with. Let's see. I'm going to say that you find one magical arrow, and what else do I have handy that would be good to find? You find... I'll send you the details about this one later, but you find a rod that has like a metal sphere on the end of it. That was magical. And you will also be able to come across a potion that if you take a quick taste of it, just see what it is, you think this will help you regenerate a missing body part. It is called Troll Blood.
Nice.
And the others, I'll send you the
Nice.
details later on.
Sure,
Just
sounds
for-
good. The magic arrow, what does it do? Or are you
It-
just gonna send me all the details later for everything?
I can send you the details a little later. Just
Okay,
because
that's cool.
it will take you at least an hour to figure out what it does. So, with that, everyone can go ahead and go to sleep now that you're done stealing from poor people who lost, their buildings. What does that matter to you? What does a couple more items matter? Yeah.
Question. The hide armor that I bought, that was just plain hard armor. Is that what the guards gave me after my
Yeah, they
incarceration,
returned your
or-
mundane armor back to you.
Okay.
It was your
Good.
nice, artifact level thing that they kept. Because
Did they keep the silver mirror?
I'll say that you got that one back because they don't see how that is particularly. They were more like keeping the gold and the artifact level staff that was enhancing your magic.
Well, wait, they kept his gold?
Yes.
Yep. All
That went towards paying the fine for committing a crime inside of the city.
Oh,
and the excess because I had 7.1k platinum there.
Yeah, they kept it all.
well. I
Again,
don't
you
believe
committed
that.
the crime inside the city.
I don't think
I'm
that
gonna have to
that's,
talk to
I don't think that the fine is worth all of that.
They could have
I'm
executed
gonna
him.
have to talk to Prize about that. We're gonna have to modify it.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you want to come back and argue your legal case later on, fine. But for now, how about everybody take a nap?
I'm not gonna discuss the prizes.
So, the next morning, Prize, you're standing there as a government official does come to open up the city, the administration building.
So, what's this guy look like? Give me an idea.
He's just a small man, mid-40s probably. He's got a stack of papers and just a rumpled robe.
So I'm kind of standing there, just at like with my my arms to my sides and everything, just like a statue.
Yeah.
When he walks up.
Yeah,
And
because
when
he's walking up, and obviously he's not paying attention until he actually gets within 10 feet of you, and then he sees that you're blocking the door.
when he like comes up within like 10 feet, and I can actually tell that he's there because I'm facing the door,
Okay.
not actually facing out.
You were waiting for someone to come outside all night. Okay.
So I reanimate, and like I kind of do that power up sequence that you would see a robot do.
No, just play. That's it. Just the way.
And I like bolt Stark straight up, and then I turn around and I say, "Why, hello, fine sir," and I put out my hand to like shake.
All right, just a second. Let me see how he reacts to this. And he's like, "Oh, bother." And reluctantly, he shakes your hand.
I am Prize Wright. I am a legally ordained barrister of the county, and I am here to state the case of one. I can't remember his name now. Ish. It was long.
Yeah, that's why we call him Ish.
That's what
It's not that difficult.
I do understand that this is a trying time for the city, but we are in a haste to continue a quest that our group is on, and I would appreciate an audience as soon as it would be available.
And he just asks to see your writ so he can scan it right quick.
I give it to him.
Okay. And he's looking over. It's like, it says here that he attacked a local bounty hunter.
Yes, he did. In error, he did attack a local bounty hunter. It was a case of mistaken identity.
Okay. And then it says here that yes, and then his possessions were taken in recompense.
Yes, they
but
were.
he wasn't executed. So what's the problem?
The issue at hand is being banned from the city. I am of the interest as he, last night while he was being escorted from the prison, the guards left him and he took action to defeat the elemental creature that was attacking the city. I personally witnessed his heroic actions.
All right, make a persuasion check.
He's a robot. How difficult can that be? It's like
I do not
Wait
have
until you
persuasion.
see his actual roll.
A 14.
All right, that's actually not too bad. He's like, "Oh, sir, I suppose that we can make a note of this. As long as he's not causing any additional problems, I don't think anybody's really going to have time to care about one random individual with everything that's going on right now. Now, if you'll excuse me," and he tries to go around you to get inside.
This would be a perfect time for a smash cut to him attacking the bounty hunter somewhere else, I just want to say.
Considering that you two are nodding along with this, you need to make a roll to track him down.
Oh, yes.
I did have holes.
I will give you advantage.
Okay, what do I need to roll, Andy?
I guess this would be investigation.
Okay.
Trevor, if you're going to use your magic to help them track him down, but
No, I was gonna go on my own. Fuck these fuckers.
okay, just let me... Wow. Okay.
She wants them-
Rihanna knows
them
the
with a
right people
cult.
to ask to find a bounty hunter inside the city.
Of
So,
course I do.
yes, you were able to find the Dragonborn. He's a gold Dragonborn, wears heavy armor, carries a very large warhammer with him. Yeah, you can track him down.
Cool. Okay, so Ish, what is it we're trying to get back from him?
My staff. I don't think the other stuff, but staff is pretty important.
Okay. Andy,
Yes.
when we do finally find him, does he visibly have it on him, or would it be a matter of figuring out where he's stored it?
You don't see it on him.
Okay.
Oh, bonkers.
So,
Like I say, he has the big hammer on his back.
right.
but-
And where do we happen to find him?
I'm going to say that you tracked him down to a local tavern.
Okay. Ish, is that the guy that you got into a fight with?
Yes.
Okay, so before we approach him, you need to not look like you.
I
Or-
could just not appear at all.
That would be good too. That would be
Would
good
be
too.
I don't want to metagame, so never mind.
No, you know what? I'm willing to say if you want to be there for this, you can be, because I assume you all kind of sleep in roughly the same area.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say whenever I wake up, I was gonna go maybe trying to find him or something.
Okay.
Can I ask a question since it's been like forever?
Yeah.
So, like, I had plans to go find this guy too.
Okay.
If you want to do your own search, and because you being a soldier, I will also let you do the investigation at advantage. Actually, for you, this would probably be more persuasion because you just need to talk to a few guards. You're not a criminal trying to find him. Okay. So everyone knows he's at this tavern. It's where he hangs out when he's not on a job.
Right.
And
What
for
if-
the
I
sake
assume
of for the sake of it being more amusing to me and time, You all happen to show up about the same time, even if you went in different areas.
Before we enter the actual tavern, I'm like, okay, hold on. I go into an alley, turn invisible, and pat Rihanna on the shoulder and say, okay, we're ready.
What about me?
Did you come with us?
I thought I did.
Yes, okay.
Oh,
That's
Again,
fine.
to keep it simpler, yes, you three show up about the time you see Trevor already at the tavern.
We're casting
Okay, so-
spells. Can I already
I'm saying Trevor got there faster because he just had to talk to other guards and use his soldier background to get this information.
Okay, so,
So-
I will tell Ish and Janja, here is my plan. My plan is to approach him as if and I guess potentially you, Janja, if you'd like to go along with this, that we are also bounty hunters, that we're new to town. We were just showing up about the time all this stuff happened. And so we're just going to try to talk to him to get information about, general things to town. Basically, I want to try to, figure out where his base operations are so we know where we can try and find that staff to get it back.
Probably not a good idea since you've seen Janja.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and you lost the hat I gave you.
Yeah, fun.
Okay,
Well, then I tell you what, you can come in the tavern, but you're not with me. Got it?
Is there a back
Okay.
door?
all that being said, let's jump over to Trevor, who has been waiting patiently for the longest time to do something. Trevor, how are you going about this?
I'm not gonna be an asshole.
Okay,
That's a first.
tell us how you do this.
Well, I'll go up to him. I'm assuming it's morning.
Yeah.
Is he doing anything, or is he just sitting at a table?
He's eating.
Oh, okay. I'll just go up and be like, "Hey, I believe we ran into each other yesterday. I apologize for barging in on your breakfast, but do you have a minute?"
He just nods to you.
All right. To not take up too much of your time, apparently a couple friends of mine ran into you. I sincerely apologize for what happened. I had no idea that's what they planned to do. Again, I'm very sorry. But I did hear that a staff of my friends was either given to you or you took that as payment for his actions against you. Is that correct?
And he just sort of looks at you for a moment and says, "You are friends with those honorless brigands?"
Oh, they don't always think things through. They're decent people. They're just yes. But again, I apologize for what happened. Had I known that's what was happening, but I'm not sure of their thought process on that. So, as I said, I apologize.
Next time, I will not be merciful to them.
Oh, no, that's understandable. But I was wondering if I might be able to discuss with you about his staff. It's a family heirloom. It goes way back. I'm wondering if there's a way I could make a deal with you to get it back.
I've
But still
already
make things
sold
right for
it.
Oh,
Fair enough. Would you be willing to tell me who?
Make a persuasion check.
And I will.
He says, "I sold it to Lord Odo."
Oh, I actually. Thank you. Again, I apologize for bothering you with your breakfast. Have a good day.
The offense was not yours.
Fair enough. I leave.
Okay.
Cool, I guess we're robbing Otto.
wait, have to. He has stolen 2 heirlooms. We will go and get them. Not stolen. Stolen. Got 1.
So I'm gonna say that probably is what Trevor's exiting. It's about the time that I'm showing up talking to Jonja.
And I'm going to say because, yeah, Trevor, you walk right up to see Rihanna and Jonja outside the tavern, obviously scheming.
Oh,
I pretty
hey,
much give them the
Trevor.
same look as the GIF I just posted.
Hey, hi, Trevor.
You know, I really didn't want to become a parent yet. Do I want to know?
Well, we're just trying to figure out how to get Ish's stuff back.
Yeah, I kind of already figured that out.
Oh, you did?
Mm.
So did you get it back?
No, it was sold, but I know
Oh.
to who.
To what?
I know to who, because when you talk to people, you can get information usually a lot easier.
Well, that's what I was planning to do. I was going to talk to him to find out about it.
And we jump back over to Prize, who is probably got this, little official city guy just trying to get into his office.
Yes, I'm sorry for taking up your time, but I appreciate you taking this time to speak with me, and I appreciate that you will take care of the legal matter beyond this.
He's just kind of getting frustrated by the fact that you won't move. He says, did he or did he not attack a citizen in good standing in the city?
Yes, he did.
Was he executed for his crimes?
I presume no.
Well, then, losing his items as recompense sounds like it is a fair exchange for not killing him. Now, if you will please step aside.
I never mentioned the items. I just want him to not be permanently banned from the city.
Oh, okay. I thought you were asking for his items back. It's like, as long as he does not commit another crime, I don't think we have the time to worry about him coming or going from the city. If he commits a second crime during a time of distress, then he will probably be summarily executed, as anyone who is convicted of a crime during a time of crisis would be.
I agree with your assessment. Thank you. Goodbye.
You are welcome. And with that, he goes in and he actually starts his actual day of dealing with a whole lot of people who are probably upset about their businesses.
Who was it that Dragonborn sold his heirloom to? I say to Trevor.
We're back over to Trevor and Jonja and Rihanna.
And Ish.
With Ish hanging out invisible.
Yeah, that's why I left him out of the description.
So who did he sell it to?
Well, luckily, we're only going to have to go to one place.
Oh, cool.
This Lord Otto dude.
Yeah, you can hear Jonja just muttering under himself and starting to swear a bit.
I am just going to throw out there, you guys did attack a person?
Yeah, why did you do that?
Ish? Yeah, just look at him.
He's
Ish
visible.
is silent.
You're looking where Ish should be standing, but isn't.
I'm actually standing behind Trevor.
Ish.
Ish? Explain.
Using the earring of communication, Ish. Where are you? We need to have a discussion.
Ish had
there.
all of his magical gear confiscated. That earring is in a vault somewhere, and no one can hear.
I feel like they explained to me, like it It was asking him for assistance. I don't remember what happened in between him telling us to fuck off and then them going after him.
Oh, was he rude?
I don't think he was. Honestly, I literally don't remember. But he wasn't the asshole in the situation. No, hold on. He wasn't the instigator.
Oh, okay.
Technically, he was.
That is true. I mean,
Out of character, technically he was the instigator.
not in the first interaction. The second interaction, yeah, he did fire breath, fire breath on you or whatever. But the first time he just said, "No, I won't."
No, I will not follow you into this dark alley, stranger. And then when another person showed up who spoke in the exact same voice as the first person, he set them on fire.
Regardless, he was the instigator. He drove first blood. You're the instigator.
So he attacked you guys first.
We got a case.
Wow. So yeah, no, this totally wasn't fair. Nope.
I did not punch anybody until he started breathing on Ish. He started.
Okay, Ish, have you said any of this out loud?
No. This is out of character.
Okay, then in that case, Rihanna doesn't know it. Rihanna just knows she got into a fight.
I'm just saying, no, this isn't.
I want to explain it.
And I believe that's exactly how John just says it. Like, I didn't start punching until he breathed fire.
And he breathed fire because you guys bothered him a second time.
I thought that was that character, so I did say that.
Yes, but if John just said all of this, now Rihanna's going to say, well, if all they did was ask him something and pester him, he didn't need to attack them, so he started this.
But why did they go a second time is my issue. I get I'm the only one who has some sort of moral standards when it comes to people telling me to leave them the fuck alone. I get that. Look, I don't know if there's like some other reason Ish is obsessed with this guy. I don't know. I don't really care. I mean, I do. But like, you can't just go, oh, I did this wrong thing. I got punished for it. Well, I'm going to go do more wrong things. That has nothing to do with me being a paladin. Like, that's law. Like, if you break law, you get in trouble.
Okay, well, that's cool. Sure.
All right, you know what? You guys have your information. Have a good day.
Somebody woke up on the wrong side of his cage.
I turned visible. I'm like, yeah, I'm kidding.
Okay, so we need to go somewhere. We need to have a conversation. Ish, Jonja, come with me.
Okay. I follow Rihanna.
And guys, I think that's going to be an excellent place for us to call it a night, because now you three can scheme in chat, or in, you can privately scheme how you're going to accomplish this.
I don't want to scheme at this point. I just want to know what happened.
Okay. I will let them give their side of that outside of this, because it is getting late for everyone. And most of us do have to go to work tomorrow. I hate that, but until people will pay me to do this full time. Wow, yeah, this has been an interesting session, to say the least.
It was so fun.
We'll be back in a couple of weeks. I don't even know what's going to happen. I can't even predict anything anymore. I don't know. We'll see you later, guys. Bye.
Bye.